I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am fertile. My fertility goddess.
Hello, beautiful fertility goddess. I know I'm starting so differently today. This is definitely not the cards that you're going to be choosing from. Welcome to your 2026 fertility prediction reading, goddess. Before we get started, I wanted to start off this way because this is a very special feature. I am going to show you guys a gift that I got from my mom. I was able to partner with Otter Spirit and order her. Oh, let me whisper. You guys, this is a secret, okay? Hopefully, she doesn't see this video before before Christmas morning because I want her to be surprised. But right now, she's out walking the dogs, and so I can show you guys, okay? But I got this very special gift from Otter Spirit, you guys. I am so excited for my mom. Okay, oops, upside down. For my mom. Okay, they were so generous. They sent me three different bracelets specifically for her because she's a Leo, and this is the Leo vulnerability set, I believe. I think this is a Leo vulnerability set. And this was on my mom's Christmas list, and so they were able to send this out to me, and I'm so excited to show it to you guys. This is my first time looking at it. So let's see what we have here. It has three different bracelets. The first one is soda light. Okay, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. It's in this pouch. Let's see what it's looking like. Look at how beautiful that is. Okay, so the very first one is soda light, and of course it has the Otter Spirit symbol there, emblem. Is that an emblem? And it says, I think clearly and speak my truth. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so perfect for her. Okay, let's see what else we have here. What else do we have? So soda light. This one is white agate. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys. I welcome clarity and serenity. So, little side note, my spirit baby girl's name is Serenity, and me and my mom were just talking about her yesterday, and she's been saying how she's been seeing her name everywhere. So, this is going to be an additional, like, extra special treat for her. I cannot believe it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's see what we have here. This is white agate. Okay, look at how beautiful that is. Can you guys see that? Hopefully it's not blurry. Oh wait, there we go. Oh, this is beautiful, you guys. I don't even think I can get, like, I might have to put a picture in or something. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Okay, let me hurry up before she gets back. White agate. I welcome clarity and serenity. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh my gosh, Otter Spirit, you guys always outdo yourselves. If you guys want a bracelet set or an individual bracelet, or just check out their jewelry, they have AA and AAA grade jewelry, so they're so genuine. And they also donate to the Otter Foundation. So I think that's so cute. All the link to, like, get your own set or to gift a set is down below in the description box, and you guys can save using my code, which is also in the description box. Okay. And then the last one we have is amethyst. Oh my gosh, she's gonna love it. She loves amethyst. It says, I'm letting go of fear and embracing peace. So what she's gonna be able to do is, like, read these affirmations, and this is her third eye. Oh my gosh, I love this. You guys see that? Like, it tells you everything, what its chakras for, the intention. You guys, she's gonna be able to read this affirmation when she opens her bracelet and set the intention before she puts them on, and they're gonna be ready to go. You guys, look at how beautiful this little mini amethyst is. She's gonna love this. And then all together, when she has it, I'm gonna have to go ahead and, like, take a picture of it on her wrist so she can so I can show you guys what it looks like all together. But that's her set, you guys. I'm so excited I was able to share this moment with you. Remember, it's a secret. Thank you for keeping it a secret. And remember, if you want to get your own set, all the information is down below in the description box. Okay, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hello, beautiful fertility goddess. The reading you have been waiting for is here. We are going to be doing a 2026 forecast fertility reading, and I am so excited about it. We're going to look at each quarter, first, second, third, and fourth quarter of the year to see where you may have a high chance of conception at and the advice for each quarter. Now, I have four different piles here. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. And I'm going to go ahead and put some crystals on top now so you can also choose by crystal. Okay, so the very first pile, you guys have this, like, I think it's a soda light. I'm not sure. It's like black and blue crystal, okay? With, like, gray or, like, white. No, it's like a cream type color there. But I think it's a soda light, okay? But it's black, blue, and spotted, okay? So that may be something that hopefully you guys can see that and it's not super blurry, but that may be something that you are attracted to. Pile number 1. Pile number 2, you have this jade palm stone, mini palm stone with the word health on the other side. Okay, pile number 2. Pile number 3, you have this, like, turquoise blue. I think this is turquoise, actually. It's a turquoise stone. But you have this blue, light blue color. Looks like the ocean to me, or like the shallow end of the water of the pool. I don't know, but more so like an ocean, like ocean water, like you see on the vacation, like vibes. Maybe you have a lot of vacations planned for pile number 3. And then pile number 4, you guys have bloodstone. Okay, there's like little tiny dots of red here in this green crystal, predominantly green, but this is a bloodstone stone. Okay, for pile number 4. So we have blue, green, okay, going on here. So choose whichever pile you are most attracted to. We're going to dive straight in because I have no idea how long this is going to be. We're just going to kind of get the overall energy for each quarter. So we won't get too in depth, I don't think, but you guys know me. I love to chat. And if you haven't joined the family yet and you're on a journey to baby, or you just love accurate prediction readings, then make sure you join the family for more to come. Okay, I'll see you guys in your pile. As always, the timestamps are down below in the description box as well as in the comment section. Hello, my beautiful fertility goddesses who chose pile number 1. First of all, I want to say that your reading is starting at 2 minutes and 22 seconds. I'm going to have to put some pieces of this video together so it won't look that way on your end, but for me, as I'm recording right now, it literally says 222. So I think that's really big. You may be seeing that angel number a lot in 2026. This is your 2026 forecast fertility reading. We're going to see if you have a high chance of conception and when, and what month potentially. Okay, I think I might even pull a month or two to see what we're kind of looking at for your pile. Let me actually, while I'm saying that, grab my timing deck so that I don't forget, because I do want to do that as well. Yeah, let's use this deck here. And we're going to look at each quarter of the year. We're going to start off with January, so the first 3 months, the next 3 months, the next 3 months, the next 3 months. So January through March, and then April, May, June, then July, August, September, then October, November, December. So that's how I'm going to break it down. And then we're going to see what the overall energy is for your fertility journey and what may be happening for you based on what is present or what comes through. Now, I do have one card already present selected for you. That's the only one I pre-shuffled. Everything else is going to be shuffled during your reading. And this first card is representing the first quarter. So let's go ahead. I have the decks that I want to use, I believe, present, and we'll just kind of go with the flow. You guys are the first. Oh, look at me. Look at me. Okay, I already have an energy for this, for this card here. This energy is already like kind of like all over the place, if you will. So you may feel that way in 2026 about your fertility journey. You may not have made up your mind. I was indecisive about which crystal I wanted to use. Granted, it was the same crystal, they were just different sizes, and I was just like, I don't know, I think I want this small one. Then I was like, I don't know, I think I want this longer sodalite. And I was like, I don't know, I was just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And now I'm over here like putting this over here, and then instead of this crystal, right? So I just feel like this feels like a rush here for pile number 1. This feels like let's get it done, let's get it together. You may have been trying for some time and you're just like, okay, I am ready to just get this done. So I can't wait to see how you start off the year, and see what is showing up for you when it comes to your journey to baby in the first quarter. So let's go ahead and see what that is. Okay, so before I could even really get into your card, like I said, I was like, let's flip it over. I was interrupted. I had to check on something. It wasn't like anything negative or anything like that, but I do take everything, especially when I'm doing a reading, I take everything that's happening around me, within me, how I feel, like everything is a message. So I feel like that is a message for you guys for 2026 first quarter. I'm hearing, there may be some I'm hearing a late start. So this could literally mean that you start your cycle late, like you're expecting your cycle to show up and it doesn't, and you think you might be pregnant, but you may not be. Or it could be that you are and you test positive and that's why you have a late start. Or you could get started on your journey a little later than you expected in the year. So let's see what we're looking at here with this card. So we have the 8 of Wands, okay? So I don't believe you're gonna... You could. Okay, I was going to say I don't believe this means necessarily that you're going to have a late start in the year, or a late start in your journey, but I do kind of feel like it could be. So this is what I'm feeling. What I'm feeling is the first 3 quarters, January, February, March of the year. I'm kind of feeling like late January. Late January being significant, or early February, you guys getting started. And when you get started, it just goes. Okay, this is the energy of momentum, fast pace, fast movement. Like I said, it feels a little crazy, it feels a little chaotic, it feels a little bit all over the place, right? But I do feel like you guys are going to be very intentional about the actions that you take in the month of, on the first quarter of the year, okay, when it comes to your journey to baby. The other thing that I'm hearing, some of you guys, this is not going to relate to all, which of course this is a collective reading, so just take what resonates with with you. I even feel like I'm talking super fast right now. Like it's really crazy. Okay, breathe, you guys. Just breathe, calm down. It's okay. You have no place to be. You have nothing to do. Like, you're not in a rush. Okay, like that's what I feel like I'm needing to say right now. And what I feel here is that, like, some of you guys are going to be like really focusing on the male reproductive health in the first quarter of the year, or in the beginning of your journey to baby, which could be why you decide to like take a hiatus and then get started a little bit later in the year or a little bit later in the first quarter. um, I feel like, maybe you guys are focusing on like strengthening like the sperm health as well as egg health, for both partners, but there is definitely for someone here an emphasis on male fertility and like really like building momentum, really strengthening, like maybe building like testosterone, right? It could be like motility. Okay, motility may be something that you're working on, your partner's working on. You may also be, I'm really feeling an emphasis on the male reproductive. So this could also be like if you are using a donor, you may be like doing donor research before you actually get started. But one thing I can tell you guys is January, February, March is definitely when you're going to experience a lot of fast-paced energy, a lot of like movement, a lot of like intentional communication, incoming communication. People may be talking to you about having babies. You may be talking to others, having conversations about your children. And I also feel like, if you are waiting for like, I feel like this is like important phone calls. Like I'm hearing someone just got new insurance, health insurance, so they're making all the important phone calls. They're, scheduling appointments with their doctors. They're getting all their things in order. They're ordering things, like you may feel like I need to re-up on my ovulation test. I need to, this feels like preparation energy here. So let's see what else we have coming through for the first quarter of the year for you. Let's see here. If you guys are interested in this type of reading, I am offering a Mama's New Year Journey reading. I only have a few slots available, but you can book that personal reading. It'll be a lot more in depth for your particular journey, based on where you are in your journey. If you would like to get a personal one-on-one reading, okay, those are available. So check it out down below. Being spontaneous, you guys. Wow. So definitely, like, if you think of like spontaneity, okay, and then we have keeping faith on the bottom of the deck. So think about spontaneous energy. It is definitely one that represents like doing this and then doing this and then nope, let me do this. Like quick switch ups, how do I say this? Like quick switch ups is what I'm hearing. Finding what fits when it fits is what I'm hearing. So I feel like the first quarter of the year kind of feels like putting the pieces together, right? Putting the pieces together, helping things fall into place. And so I feel like, Spirit is asking you to be spontaneous. Things may not go as planned. Like I said, you may get started a little later in the year or a little later in the quarter. And you may have certain plans, but then there's like a disruption or an interruption, right? You may have to like fall back for a bit and then go back, and move forward. But it's like what I feel here is that Spirit is saying, if being spontaneous and keeping faith that all is working out as planned, even if it's not your plan, okay? Catch that one, okay? Maybe baby's plan and maybe God's plan, okay? But it may not be your plan. All is working out is planned. That is going to help you keep up your momentum and keep moving forward, because that's exactly what this is saying. Like keep moving forward, because once, like I said, I feel like in the first quarter, once you start moving, you're moving. Okay, let's get a message here for your first quarter as well. I'm gonna pull from my what is this, Archangel Power tarot cards, and let's see what the angels have for you when it comes to advice for pile number one for quarter one of 2026. Spirit, when it comes to their journey to baby, what is their advice? What are you advising them to do? We have Six of Michael. Okay, it says, it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief. I literally just said, just breathe. And make new plans, relocation or travel. So you could be, yes, Eight of Wands, you could be traveling. You could be going, like you could be working with a new doctor, like I said, new arrangements. But you may also literally be moving or traveling or something. And that's why things kind of feel like, okay, there's a lot going on in the first quarter. Like, how are we going to fit this in as well? And I'm hearing like spontaneous baby dancing, spontaneous, it's the things that you're doing are intentional, meaning you're tracking, when you're fertile, when's the best time to do A, B, and C. But at the same time, you're also just getting, doing what you can when you can, right? Like that's what it feels. That's what the energy feels like. So don't miss out. Don't miss an opportunity. Spirit is saying don't turn down an opportunity or don't miss an opportunity just because it's not going as you planned. Okay, this is where compromise comes in. This is where you working with your partner comes in. Okay, this is where you being flexible comes in. Okay, and I feel like that's going to help you move far. I feel like that's going to help you really like get to where you want to be. Okay, by the end of the quarter. Spirit, let's get a hi mama message for more advice. We have nature is a big part of our conception. So during the first quarter, you're being asked to really connect with nature, tune into nature, your natural cycles and natural rhythm of the universe, and the energy surrounding you is going to support you heavy. Being outside with the trees and the birds and the leaves and the rain for some, okay, the snow for some in January. I'm seeing January energy, but being out in nature, connecting with the elements are going to be really big and powerful for you. I'm also seeing like doing manifestation rituals using the elements, okay, intentionally. Like that's also something that's going to be really powerful for you and help you manifest this beautiful baby in the new year. And I wanted to pull from one more card. Which one were you? Deck. Was it another deck you were showing me, Spirit? We're just gonna do these four. Okay, we're just gonna do these four. I feel like it was one more, but I'm not seeing it. So well, I feel like Spirit's saying this is it. So this is what we're seeing. Oh no, there was one more. Thank you, Spirit. I wanted to pull from my what is this? My Baby Fae. No, not Baby Fae. World of Fae guidance oracle deck. Okay, so we're going to pull from that too and see what other messages. This is going to be more so like for the practical side of things. Okay, we have Puff of Clarity Dust. Possible diagnostic testing may lead to a sense of clear direction. So I feel like that could also be the case. Maybe you have recently received some sort of testing in the first 3 months of the year, or maybe at the end of this year could be Sagittarius season that leads you to moving in a new direction with the Six of Michael. You could be like, you could have gained some sense of clarity and you're like, you know what, I'm going to move forward in this way because this is what my body is naturally asking me to do and naturally asking me to focus on. Okay, so like I said, the focus may be different in the beginning of the year versus like baby, it may be focusing on my health, it may be building strengthening the body, right, dad's body, mommy's body. It could be, and this is like based on testing that was done. Okay, like that's kind of what I feel here, like the build up before the release. No pun intended. Okay, but yeah, so that's what I'm seeing here. So what is the second quarter looking like for pile number one, Spirit? The second quarter, what are we looking like for pile number one? Ooh, we have the Ace of Swords. So this is the this is what April, May, June. Okay, this is April, May, June. So we have the Ace of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so for some of you guys, I am seeing that okay, this is like a side message for some of you guys who are not actively trying to conceive. This could be like you could be giving birth, okay, during the month of this time frame if you're watching this, excuse me, and kind of wanting to get like a prediction based on that, based on your pregnancy. I do feel like you could be having a C-section. Okay, that's a little side message for those who are going to give birth during the second quarter of the year, which is between March, April, right? No, February, January, February, March, April, May, June. Okay, April, May, June, April to June. But the other thing that I'm hearing, okay, for those of you guys who are trying to conceive and you're wondering where your fertility journey is leading you towards in the second quarter of the year, I do feel like some of you guys are going to be having a procedure. So maybe you're doing an IUI, IVF, you're having like some sort of like surgery. I was seeing with the Two of Pentacles, it was making me feel like this is going to help bring in some healing when it comes to the imbalances in your body. I also feel like this may be in regards to for some this is about the ovaries. Okay, I'm seeing the ovaries, or this could even be like the testicles. Okay, like I'm seeing both, like with the Two of Pentacles energy, I'm seeing both of those energies here. Okay, this could be like something to bring in balance to like unevenness, to something that is like stuck, something that is like I said, causing an imbalance in the body. And I feel like this is something that is going to help you. Okay, this is something that is actually going to help you when it comes to your journey to baby, and something that is necessary. Okay, I'm hearing if you've been putting this off, or maybe there has been like this could be what that diagnostic was too. Like they could have seen something and they're like, okay, we need to go in and we need to work with your fallopian tubes. This could also be that, because I am seeing the tubing here. Okay, this looks like tubes as well to me. So this could have to do with the fallopian tubes, or I just keep hearing like misshapen, uneven. So if you, I don't know if they do um, like surgery or procedures for like a uterus. So what I'm hearing is like if you have like a retroverted uterus, or you have like a uterus that is like shaped differently, or something that they literally could be going in. I'm seeing like the uterus with those two uteri. Is that what it's called? Like two different spaces. Sometimes they have two pregnancies at once because they have two different spaces for two different babies. That's a very specific message. Obviously, everyone's not going to experience that, but there could definitely be like a surgery to correct that. It feels like a correction is happening. You may be getting a massage if you have a retroverted uterus to help bring your uterus back into its place. Like if your uterus is it anteverted? I don't know what the other version is. I just know retroverted because that's something that I have. And I'm very familiar with that. But um, I was also hearing like the fallopian tubes. This could be getting an HSG procedure. Okay. I think you guys kind of get where I'm going here with the just. There's like definitely a medical procedure or something that is happening to help correct, for some sense of correction here, okay, whether it's for the male or the female, and I do feel like that's going to bring in balance for you, okay, in your journey to baby. Let's see what we have here for pile number one in their second quarter. We have three cards. So we have staying the course, we have looking into other options of parenthood, and we have a special time with your partner. Ooh, I like it. Okay, so I feel like this is going to be a really great time for bonding with your partner. Like it says here, special time with your partner. But I also feel like you guys are going to, with looking into other options of parenthood, I definitely am feeling that like the procedure, or like, which, or could be like IVF, or welcoming baby in a different way, right? IVF, IUI, or getting a procedure done that maybe we've been putting off. Maybe it's a hefty investment, or, and we've been trying to put it off, but I feel like you're looking into those other options and you're proceeding with those. We also have staying the course here. So I feel like this is something that maybe you've been thinking about, and then you just never pursued, or you thought about, and you started it, but you stopped, and you're going to like, you're staying that course, like you're going back into it, okay? And I feel like this is going to be a very sacred time with your partner. I feel like this is going to help you guys bond. I feel like you guys are going to go in this time where you're going to feel a lot more understanding with each other. I'm hearing March. So for some, this is going to be at the end of the first quarter, that this gets started, and then like April, May, some of you guys are going to be finding out you're pregnant, is what I feel like here, around April, May for this pile, okay? Um, that is so beautiful. Let's see what else we have here coming through for pile number one and their second quarter. What else is their second quarter looking like? Okay, I'm hearing lots of date nights too. Ooh, exciting. Pile number one, second quarter. We have Page of Michael. Ooh, yes. So we are cutting away. It says truthful, perceptive, analytical, and blunt. An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. So before you get into anything, make sure you're reviewing all contracts, all documents. But the Page of Swords is definitely a childlike energy. It can represent like having to work through certain obstacles. But with like children, if they face an obstacle, they it's not really an obstacle to them. They just find a new solution. Right? Like if their parent says no, they'll go to grandma, right? If they're having a hard time with one friend at school, they'll go to another friend. If nobody wants to play with them, they'll go play, in the mud by themselves, right? Like they are very, and like they're like, this is not really a problem. Like I'm a little upset about it, but I'm still gonna find a way to get past this. And I feel like that's what you're doing in the second quarter. It feels like you are finding a way to get past any obstacles that maybe you have faced in the past, and you're like, I'm not gonna let this stop me this time, okay, is what I'm hearing you say. Seven of Pentacles, if it was a financial investment, I see that you are investing, okay? Investing in it, like you're putting the money forward, you have the money, or if you don't have the money, maybe that's the obstacle, you are finding a way for the money to come in. You're getting a second job, you're creating a passive income of some sort. Like you're finding a way and you're putting that money aside just specifically for that because you have decided mentally that this is what you want, right? So you're moving forward with it. We have you have invested wisely, have patience, and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. And I feel like you're following your plans. Like that's what this feels like here. Okay. Let's see what Hi Mama has to say about the second quarter. Let's see here. We have two cards. So the first one says, Mommy, don't be afraid to get a second opinion. And the second one says, moving or relocation. Wow. Lots of movement happening in 2026 for you when it comes to your journey to baby, whether this is literally you physically moving. You could be moving to a new home, moving, working with a new physician. Okay. Things get moving. They really like keep are even like just because I felt movement in the first quarter, so things could just keep rolling. Okay. Once again, I feel like this could be like a stop and go, stop and go, stop and go type of situation in 2026 at the beginning of the year for you. The first half of the year is what it's feeling like, but I feel like things may slow down in the beginning, kind of speed up like towards this end of this first quarter, and then maybe slow down a little bit like around the middle of if you're not pregnant. Okay, around the middle of the beginning of the second quarter, and then speed up again towards the end. So it's kind of like a slow down, go type of energy here. But I do feel like some of you guys are literally going to be moving, okay, which is really exciting. And then we have don't be afraid to get a second opinion. So you could be even moving and going, like I said, to a new doctor. So maybe you started off with someone in the beginning of the year and you're like, you know what, I'm going to get a second opinion from someone else, and they're the ones that suggest this I wanted to say the surgery, so it could be a surgery for someone, but they're the ones who suggested the procedure, okay, is what I'm seeing here. Now, how are they being advised to care for their body, spirit? We have a few messages, so I will take these. We have you're being called to release toxins during the second, I wanted to say trimester, okay, the second quarter. Detox the liver. Certain things such as hormones can have a hard time balancing when they're in excess. It is time to release. So you're going to be doing a detox, you or your partner, during the second quarter of the year. We have yoni steaming, which is another form of like, I don't know if it's really detoxing, but it is a form of like getting like bringing healing to the womb. Okay, can be good for overall womb health, vaginal dryness, and encouraging ovulation. Okay, so some of you guys are going to be doing yoni steams, and then you're also going to be eating a well-balanced meal. Your meal, the way that you're eating, your eating habits may shift or change during the second quarter as well. It says protein, healthy fats, whole grains. Find what works best for you. Mediterranean diet, keto, or anti-inflammatory diets. Okay, all right. So I was going to just kind of squeeze this over here, but I kind of feel like I want to move these. Should I put this back? Yeah, I'm going to put these back because they may want to come through again for you. But I'm going to just keep these as they are. So I'm going to keep the main cards out, and then we'll put these up. That way I have more than enough space for quarter 3 and 4. All right, Spirit, what are we looking at for quarter 3? Quarter 3, what is the overall energy for pile number 1? Oh my goodness, we have the 9 of Pentacles, you guys, which is pre-Empress energy. That is beautiful. Oh my gosh, and 9 of Cups. So I'm feeling heavy conception during the third quarter for you guys. This would be what is it, July, August, September. Okay, July, and this is September energy, so you guys could be conceiving in August or September. This is Virgo energy, so you may be conceiving during Virgo season, which is August or September, or you may be finding out that you're pregnant then. Okay, but for some of you guys, the procedure that you did during the second quarter worked. So this is why Spirit was saying, like, you've invested wisely. Whatever you're doing, like, continue to invest in it, energy, financially. It maybe you felt a little strenuous. It may feel like I'm doing a little extra, like, do I really have to do all this for my baby to come, like, to get pregnant? But I'm hearing yes. Okay, if you're feeling it, then continue to do it. Even if you're not feeling it, continue to do it. Okay, because I feel like this is going to lead to results you've been wanting for a very long time, and you're going to feel very fulfilled and satisfied with the results that you receive. Very fruitful. We have the harvest here with all the grapes. That represents abundance. The 9 of Pentacles comes after the 7 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Pentacles is an energy that represents and the investment which you guys just got in the second quarter. So the third quarter is like, okay, your investments have paid off. You've now received the harvest from the seeds that you've planted. Okay, so whatever surgery, whatever procedure, whatever, if you did IUI or an IVF cycle, like things are progressing and you're getting positive results during the third quarter. Okay, and that's so beautiful. Okay, let's see what the other energy is surrounding. Is this the one that I would do next? Yeah, okay. Wait, is it? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I was like, was this the deck? Look, I didn't mess up the program, y'all. Okay, let's see what else um, is happening during the third quarter for you. So this is July, August, September. We have a very fertile time, you guys. I cannot make this up, okay? A very fertile time. You may be focusing on your fitness. So one of the things you may want to do like throughout the year, and I feel like this is like a time where you're going to just feel very much like you're gonna be feeling yourself. Like I'm here and I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling okay. So I feel like you're just gonna be like working out, looking good, feeling good, like buying stuff for yourself that aligns with how you view yourself as the goddess that you are, but the mother goddess, okay? And I'm hearing for some of you guys, like you thought that you had to change it to this whole different version of yourself to be the mother. Like I'm seeing like maybe you're like, oh, I have to dress like a mom. I get a mom car. I have to do that. And you're realizing that you've always been that mom. Like you've always been that girl. You've always been that mom, okay? And like the car that you have, like the fancy car, like the makeup, like all like the little, like that is the mom energy. Like that is your mom energy. Like you don't have to conform and change to be a mom. You don't have to act a different way. You have to be a different, like you are the mom already, okay? And I feel like that is what's putting you really in this fertile energy. Your mindset has shifted. You feel really confident is what I feel like. Very confident energy, very supported as well is what I feel like in the third quarter. And once again, this is a very fertile time for you, okay? If you like, some of you guys are like, I'm hearing hot girl summer. So some of you guys are like, you know what? I'm about to have like the best summer ever. It's gonna be like hot girl summer. Like I'm getting my body ready for my bikini, and you get pregnant, okay? Because you've changed your eating habits in the second quarter. Third quarter, you start working out, and it's like, or you start adding more like intense workouts to your routine, like specifically to sculpt your body, okay? And then next thing you know, you're like, why am I really bloated and can't get this bloat to go away, okay? And I just start feeling this sensation in my womb, my lower abdomen, and I feel like lower though. It's in my womb area. It felt like a little like a little, I would say like a little punch feeling, but I feel like that is spirit saying like, yeah, you're gonna feel sensations in your womb, and you're gonna be like, why am I so bloated? Like, what is going on? Like, this is not how I expected my summer to go. This is not how I expected. Excuse me, my voice. This is not how I expected my outfit to look. You know, I've been working out just to fit into this, and for it to look a specific way, and then you're gonna be pregnant. Okay, some of you guys could also have a wedding planned, or like something very intentional, like you're going to a wedding, you're going to be a part of a wedding. It could be, like I said, a vacation. It may be that you are what is it, you're getting married, right? Like, or there's something that's like specific photos, I don't know, family reunion during the summertime, or whatever season it is for you. But I definitely am feeling that energy here. And you're like, wait. Okay, um let's see here. So for some, like I said, bloat will be one of your very first pregnancy symptoms, okay? And just feeling like that girl, like feeling confident. You're feeling really good. Um, let's see here. What else is going on? So we have the moon energy, okay? And we have the Knight of Wands. Interesting. So yeah, look at that. It says confident, enthusiastic, courageous, charismatic, time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively just knowing what to do. The moon is the opposite energy though, okay? The moon says the opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears, and grow stronger. And that's exactly what you're doing. I feel like you're facing your fears paired with this Knight of Wands, because the moon is like feeling uncertain and, kind of like not sure of your path, but you are feeling confident. Like you're facing your fears, whatever fears that you had. It's not that the fears don't exist anymore. You're just brave enough to face them now. Like you're looking at them and you're like, I'm not going to let you, like, I'm not going to let this like stop me. Like I said, right? Like there's this energy of you like looking in at, I think it was in the second quarter where I was saying like there are things that maybe you would have stopped, like you stopped doing prior, but this time you're, even if you pause, you're still gonna keep going. Like you're gonna like, no, let's jump back into this. Like this is the way, and I'm gonna stick with it. You know what I mean? And so I feel like that phrase may be significant to y'all. This is the way. I don't know. Is that Star Wars, y'all? I don't know. This is the way. I feel like I have to ask my man because I don't know. But this is the way. I don't know. That feels significant. There could be like a movie or some phrase that's going around that's like that. I don't know. Around the time that you find out you're pregnant or during this time frame, okay, the third quarter. But yeah, you just know what to do, and you're just trusting that you know what to do, and so you're moving forward very confidently. You have this heightened energy, like I said, like I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Okay, you look good, you feel good, and you're acting accordingly. And I feel like you're just very charismatic. You're very magnetic. You're attracting. I also feel like you've been doing these manifestation methods. Look at that, Three of Pentacles in the bottom of the deck. You've been doing what you love. I'm seeing like when it comes to manifestation. Look at his little magical box that he has. There's like glowing with like glitter and stuff. And you're doing what you love is what I'm seeing here. And it says a time of great personal growth in your career are artistic endeavors, which I would consider this an artistic endeavor, working with others in a cooperative manner. And like I said, like you and your partner, I feel like, or you, your partner, and your doctor, whoever you're working with, if you previously had started doing like acupuncture and then you stopped it because maybe you were like, this is expensive and I'm not really getting anywhere, like you're playing it through. You're like, I'm not going to stop this until I get pregnant, like, and you're just continuing with it regardless of what the results are. The immediate results are, and you're seeing results from that. Okay, you're excited about what you're seeing, and it's like your reward, really. It's like, it's like good job. And that's what this Nine of Cups is too. It's like, feeling rewarded, getting your wishes fulfilled, 9 beautiful months of pregnancy. He's sitting there, he's content, he's like, yeah, this is it. Oops. This is it. That's as fast as it's going to be moving for you guys. Okay, 2026 is definitely a fast year. I think it's the year of the fire horse, or the horse. I'm calling it the fire horse because I feel like this is going to be like fast moving, paced energy in 2026. And I see that for you guys too. Cutting away the obstacles, being like, no, I'm not going to let this stop me. Having this strong sense of momentum, even when you feel down, even when you feel frustrated. Okay. Let's see what else we have coming through the third quarter for pile number 1. Okay. And you guys don't know, but I think I've stopped like 1 or 2 more times since the last time I stopped in the middle of your reading, and I am determined to get this done. And I feel like that is the exact energy that you guys are going to be experiencing in your journey to baby. Like you're gonna be like, I don't care what I have to do in between. I'm gonna get this done this year. This is a year that I conceive my baby. Okay, put that in the comments down below. This is a year that I conceive my child. Okay, you can say my baby, but my child. Okay, like I am serious. My child. I am a mother. It says, hi, mama. A new career is a big part of our conception journey. So I'm hearing you're working differently, whether this is literally your job, your career, you're doing something different that makes you feel good. You could also be in the spotlight with that. Even though this is Virgo energy, I'm feeling like Leo energy. I'm feeling like in the spotlight, shining energy. So you could also conceive around Leo season. That is July, August, and then we have August, September. So that's really big for you. But I feel like with the Knight of Wands too, more fire energy. That is Leo season or Leo energy. But I definitely am seeing here like you are working differently, right? You're working smarter, not harder. And this is something that is going to help you, once again, create the results. You're trusting your intuition. Look at that. Hi, mama, trust your intuition. It is 100% accurate. Okay, bottom of the deck. So you're trusting your intuition as well. Let's see here what Spirit is asking you to do on the practical side of things when it comes to third quarter. What is the energy surrounding? Ooh, pile number 1. Nature's nutrients. You're eating nuts, berries, seeds, and leafy greens. Yeah, you're healthier. This is a very healthy quarter for you. I feel like this is a year too that I feel like you maybe become the healthiest that you've been in a while. So you have this very strong sense of momentum and like vitality. Like this is what it feels like. You just have a lot of energy. Like, and you're like, wow, how could I have not like moved forward with like, how do I say this? You're like, what, how could I have missed out on this this whole time? Like, I should have been changed my diet. I should have been made these changes because I've been feeling it. But it's like you have the determination to get it done this year. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. But I do see that you may be snacking around the time of pregnancy as well, or during your third quarter. You may find that you have, I'm seeing like I'm hearing fit. Oh, am I hearing Fitbit snacks? But I feel like it's like Fit Pack snacks or something like that, like Fit Pack snacks. But like I'm seeing like little snack packs with like cranberries, raisins, different types of nuts and seeds. Oh, you could be seed cycling too. Okay, but I'm seeing like these little tiny bags or little like Ziploc baggies. They look like maybe like this big, like this big. Okay, I know that looks big, but like they're not that big. And they have like little like literally little snack packs. And you can they're specific and intentional for the part of your cycle that you're in, which is why I'm like this feels like seed cycling. Like for some packs you may have like sunflower seeds, for some you may have pumpkin seeds, for some you may have chia seeds, and for some you may have flax seeds. So those are the four different seeds that you'd want to cycle out during your cycle, and it's by your luteal phase and your follicular phase. And I can't remember which seeds are which, but I think it's flax, and is it flax and pumpkin seed, and then chia and sunflower seed together? I can't remember, but it's like two seeds you can eat and nuts you can eat on one, like during your first 2 weeks of your cycle, and then the other two are during the other last 2 weeks of your cycle. So you may be like doing that as well, which brings me back to I think the very first quarter where spirit was like use nature as like your blueprint basically, right? Like connect with the cyclical rhythms of that are happening around you. And I feel like you are aligning your menstrual cycle with the cyclical rhythms that are happening around you through seed cycling, through connecting with nature, through tuning into the moon's energy and how the moon is a 28-day cycle, right? We have like one major phase of the moon phase for 14 days, and we have another major phase for 14 days, the new moon and then the full moon, right? And it just cycles in that way. So you may be finding that you start to align with like a new moon cycle, which I think is like a red witch and a white witch, if I'm not mistaken. But I think the white witch starts her menstrual cycle on the full moon, and the red witch starts her menstrual cycle on the new moon. So that may be something that you are aligning with. Okay. But yeah, very fertile energy third quarter, you guys. Let's look at the last quarter. I am excited. So for some, this is going to be the time frame that you conceive in. Okay, the third quarter. Let's see, for quarter number 4, Spirit, what is the overall energy for pile number 1? What is the overall energy here? I knew it. I knew it. I say the Empress is about to come out, you guys. Look at that. King of Wands, the Empress. These both came out together, and the Ace of Cups is on the bottom of the deck, you guys. Pregnancy. Okay, pile number 1, you guys are getting pregnant this year. 2026 is a year your baby comes. Okay, you can also write that in the comments. 2026 is a year of my baby. Okay, oh my gosh. And then we have the Ace of Wands. I should have looked at the chunk of cards. There was like a chunk of cards that fell out. Ace of Wands, Page of Pentacles. You guys are gonna conceive a baby girl. Okay, 7 of Wands. I don't know how many of these were. Oh, Ace of Cups was the last one. So these are the other 3 that fell out. So I feel like you guys are going to be able to overcome any obstacles that you face this year. And at the end of the year, you may be finding out that, excuse me, like during the last quarter, the last 3 months of the year. So that would be October, November, December. Yeah, October, November, December. You may be finding out that you are pregnant with a baby girl. You may be finding out baby's gender around that time, or you may just be finding out that you're pregnant. I feel like you and your partner are going to feel so confident. Like, look at how your partner is watching you. Like, they will not take their eyes off of you. They are supporting you with the Empress energy and the King of Wands. Like, they are just wanting to make sure that you're okay. They are so proud of themselves as well. They even have fixed their energy. Like, I feel like whatever they did in the beginning of the year to help with their vitality, to help with their like embracing their health journey. It just makes them, they transformed into this king, and they are ready to be a father. Like, I feel like this is, I'm sitting on the baby shower throne. Like, they're just like, come on, baby, like I'm ready. Okay. Lizards are going to be significant. You may see that as a sign or synchronicity. I also am hearing like, look up the spiritual meaning of a lizard. I don't think it's anything bad, but I do feel like it has a message for you. And yeah, so, and then this is about conceiving, conception. Okay, you guys, this is so beautiful. Okay, so beautiful. I do want to point out I am getting like fire energy here. So Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries season may be really significant. You could be a Leo, Sag, or Aries. That may be your zodiac sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. We also have like Virgo energy here. Okay, with the Nine of Pentacles as well. So Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Those are also coming through for you, for me as well. Let's see, anything else that you want to point out, Spirit? More fire energy. We have air too, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, but I'm feeling more so fire and earth coming through with this, because look at this again, fire, earth, fire. Okay, so strong fire, strong earth being present here. The Empress as well. Okay, Taurus energy. um yeah, so I am loving this for you guys. Okay, so pregnancy definitely looks like it's coming through in the year 2026 for you. I'm loving it. Okay. This is also Libra energy. So this Ace of Swords could be representing Libra. Okay, Libra. So you could be a Libra. So Libra, the Earth signs, and the Earth signs, fire signs, and Libra. Okay, it could be your Sun, Moon, Rising, or zodiacs. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Okay, we literally have Venus here. But let's see what else we have coming through for you guys. Let me just keep moving on because I'm excited. Okay, what is the quarter four looking like? I feel like you're embracing pregnancy. I feel like from this point forward, we're getting messages about your pregnancy and how to, you know, what you're being called to do to embrace it. Okay, so focus on your mental and emotional health. Okay, you could, yeah, look at that. You overcome obstacles. You're overcoming obstacles, okay, during the fourth quarter. I feel like, though, it's so important that you do not downplay how you're feeling emotionally or mentally, especially if you are pregnant, okay? Like, that is something, like, you may need someone to talk to. You may need someone that you hire to help support you mentally and emotionally, working with a fertility coach or working with, like, I don't know, maybe that's something that I'll offer. I don't know. I like supporting you guys through your ups and downs in your journey to baby, and then usually focus on your mindset and your emotional health. So who knows? I was gonna say like a spirit baby counselor, but I don't think that exists. But maybe I'll create it. I don't know. But like speaking to somebody, to help support you during your pregnancy, or during your, this phase of your journey to baby, whether you're pregnant or not, because everyone in this call will not be pregnant. I don't feel like, of course, this is a collective reading, but if you once again want to get a personal message, I do have those for you available down below. Let's see what advice Spirit is giving you here for the fourth quarter. We're almost done, you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. This was definitely a little longer than I expected it to be, but I am glad that I was able to give you these details, okay? Two of Michael. You may be feeling a bit indecisive, okay? So it's you're being called to find a compromise, okay? It says it will all be better if you just make a decision. You could be overanalyzing a problem. Once again, Spirit is like you're going to overcome any obstacles that you face. This could be definitely mental energy, mindset energy. So there could be something on your mind that you're just trying to decide between. You may have to like make a big decision during the month. This is kind of like a minor decision, but I feel like it really matters. This decision matters, and I'm hearing like you and your partner need to come together to make this decision, especially with the Empress and the King of Wands. It's like the Empress is more of a laid back energy. She is abundant. She is supported by the universe. And the King of Wands is also laid back, but he has a team. He has like, the universe is the Empress team, and the King of Wands has like a team here in the physical. So the team is like, he's the delegator. So he's like, I need to get this done, but I need you to do it for me, right? Like, this is my task. He's an entrepreneur. Like, think about like that type of energy, right? You have a team supporting you and getting things done for you, and that's how things work. And I feel like that's what's happening here. I feel like you guys are working with your team of people to help you, throughout this pregnancy or moving forward in your journey to baby. And there's going to be a decision that you have to make, whether it's surrounding pregnancy or it's surrounding another phase of your journey, okay? Let's see what Spirit wants to say through the High Mama Oracle deck. We have self-love is big at this time in the fourth quarter. Love on yourself more and more. And we have Hi Mama, I never left your side. Oh my goodness. So your baby is going to be right by your side during the fourth quarter. So whatever you're experiencing, whether this is your baby in spirit or your baby literally in the physical in your womb, they're letting you know that they are present in everything that you do, every decision that you make, and that you cannot make a wrong decision for them. Okay, it's what they're wanting you to know. We have you deserve to be happy. You deserve to experience joy. So I feel like whatever decision you're making, maybe you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is best for me, or if this is like you're trying to compromise, you're trying to make a decision that it feels like it works for everybody. But I'm hearing your baby's like, don't downplay your happiness. Like, don't downplay what you want, because this is something that you're deserving of. This is something that you've been waiting for a very long time. And I'm hearing like whatever decision you make, whatever this is about here, I feel like you're being called to like make the decision based on what is going to bring you joy and happiness or make you happy. Okay. All right, well, your last message for the fourth quarter and the energy surrounding your journey to baby in 2026 is divine direction. You are being guided by the right people and resources. So, what I'm hearing is don't worry. Okay, fourth quarter, you're being asked not to worry because you're being guided by the right people. I'm hearing God has put the right people in places and in spaces for you to interact with to help guide you in the way that you need during this pregnancy, as well as, during this phase of your journey to baby if you're not pregnant as of yet. We do have river stream of fertile energy. You are currently in a high phase of fertility or high chance for conception. So, like I said, the third and fourth quarter are really looking very strong for you guys. The second half of the year, 2026, for conception. Okay, let's get some months here. I want to see what months are coming through for my pile number one as we end the reading. I am so excited, you guys. I'm so excited for you guys. Okay, I hope I choose this pile when I pick mine, but we shall see. I like to like let the energy marinate for a little bit, and then I'll pick mine when I forget what the messages were. That way I can do an accurate selection. Or sometimes I pick before, but I didn't do it this time. So let's see what we have here. What are a few months that are going to be high for conception for pile number one, Spirit, in 2026? Okay, we have the month of March. Okay, so March for some of you guys you'll be conceiving. Like I said, I was feeling high March, April, like going from the end of the first quarter into the second quarter. You may be like doing a procedure or something like that. We have December. Okay, so December, end of the month energy, end of the year, I'm sorry, finding out that you're pregnant or conceiving, okay, during the fourth quarter. We also have January. Ooh, okay, so some January conceptions or giving birth in the month of January after conceiving, January 2027, after conceiving in April. Okay, let's see here. Let's get two more. I'm hearing two more. What are some high months for conception, Spirit, for pile number one? Also, if you conceive in March, you'd be due in December, I think. Okay, we also have April, May. Okay, April, May. And then we have March, April. So strong March, April, May, you guys. So whatever you're doing in the second quarter, it is definitely leading you to conception here. You're either going to find out you're pregnant in the third quarter, like, what is this? So March, April, May, June. So you're going to find out you're pregnant during that second quarter or the third quarter. And I feel like the fourth quarter was about your pregnancy. Okay. But yeah, big energy going in the second and third quarter for you. And then, like I said, a lot of fertile energy for those of you guys who are not going to conceive during that time in the third and fourth quarter as well. Okay. And I did say Aries and Taurus was big. So Aries and Taurus season, we got March, we have April, May, March, April. Okay. And then we have August on the bottom of the deck. So August is also really big, and September, October. Oh my gosh, in July. Okay, yeah. So, like I said, I do feel like there's a big like clump of time here where pregnancy is possible. So I hope this brought you guys a lot of hope and has helped you see that this is a very fertile year for you guys. Your baby is planning on making their arrival, so I'm hearing free will is big. So move accordingly, okay? Make sure that you stick to whatever your plans are, because that's really what's going to help this come into fruition for you. Okay, Goddess? I'm sending you so much love, light, and of course, baby dust, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, my beautiful fertility goddesses who chose pile number 2. Let's remove this crystal because your stone is this beautiful jade palm stone that has the word health on the other side of it. Okay, so you could be focusing on your health in the year 2026. This is going to be your 2026 fertility forecast reading, you guys. We're going to look at each quarter. This is an extensive reading. Okay, it definitely is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Isn't it always though? And then we're going to end with some timing at the end. So we're going to see what months of the year are going to be high for conception for you, or you have your highest chances for conception. Okay. So let's get started. I'm excited. Pile number 1 was so good. But I feel like, if you guys, of course, if you're attracted to any other piles, definitely check them out. But I feel, what was I going to say? Oh, I just want to say that this is a collective reading. So if you get something and you're like, I don't know about it, or it doesn't unfold for you over the year, it's okay. Okay, this is a collective reading. I do have personal Mama's New Year journey readings that are available down below in the description box. You're more than welcome to book those. I only have a few spots available, so I decided to get them out early so I can get them scheduled and get them out to you in the beginning of the year. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and move into your first card. This is the only one that I've pre-shuffled, and this is the only one. This is the one that's going to tell us what the first quarter's energy is all about for you in 2026. Let's dive in. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, wait, you guys have 2. Look at that. Surprise. Excuse me. Surprise. Okay, there we go. Much better. 3 of Cups and the 2 of the High Priestess. I forgot you guys had 2. I do remember 2 coming out. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna keep them because they came out together because they looked like one, just like they looked like one just now. You guys see how like that was like, it was like tight. Okay. So let me get some water, you guys. Okay, so I feel like for pile number 2, okay, 2 3 is significant. 23, you could be 23 years old, or 32. 222 333, those are big angel numbers you may see throughout the year. But let me tell you, okay, you guys could be having twins or multiples, okay, here. I feel like community is really big for you when it comes to the first quarter of your year. I feel like you're going to be hanging out. I'm hearing girls' night, okay, maybe going having girls' night. And you may also be working on your spiritual development, okay? You may be developing your, like following your soul's path. You may be really diving deeper into religion. You may even be diving down rabbit holes, okay? Understanding, the universe and how the world is working. Your world is working a little bit more intensely, okay? I'm hearing like looking behind the veil. Like I feel like a lot of like um, self energy here. But I am also getting another message. Okay, some of you guys may be finding out you're pregnant within the first 3 months of the year. I feel like for some, you're going to find out you're not going to know you're pregnant. Like you're going to be going out, having fun, doing these things, doing you, and this baby's going to be hiding. Okay, you may find out a little later. You may just be used to having irregular cycles, or you may not even miss your cycle, or you think you didn't miss it because you had like some like spotting, but it wasn't your full cycle. Just like I was just surprised by the second card, some of you guys may be surprised by a second child. Okay, that could literally be like this is your second child, and you have your first one, and you're like, I'm finally going out, hanging out, whoop, whoop, and then it's like, boom, I'm pregnant with my second. Or it could be literally there's 2 babies on the ultrasound when you go and have your very first ultrasound. Okay. For some, it's going to be a little more intense where you had your first, you only see 1 baby, you go and you have another ultrasound, and they're like, oh, wait, there's a second baby. So, so I do see that here, or even triplets. And what's crazy is I actually, when I predicted a set of twins, the 3 of Cups came out in her reading, and she had twin girls. So I definitely believe, these 2 cards together are definitely insinuating you may be having twins or triplets or multiples in general, okay, in your pregnancy. And that first quarter of the year, January, February, March, is playing a big role, okay? Playing a big role. Another heavy energy that's here is Cancer. So you could be a Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign, Cancer sign, or Cancer season. It could be very significant, which is June, July of this year for you if you don't conceive in the very beginning of the year, or find out you're pregnant in the very beginning of the year, the first 3 months of the year. Okay, let's see what else we have here for your first quarter. We're going to go through about 5 decks, I think, for each quarter, so which is what makes it extensive. So buckle up, y'all. Okay, I want this to be detailed for you. So what else is happening for pile number two, quarter one? Okay, we have healing from a loss or grief. Okay, this could be why you're going out. This could be why you are working on your spiritual health. This could be why you're like diving deeper into yourself, reconnecting with God, reconnecting with your higher self, going behind the veil, if you will, having sacred moments. Like, I don't know, I'm seeing somebody like reading the Bible, or like they're learning a new, I don't know, what is this? I don't even know. I wanted to say learning a new religion, but you could be, but it feels like you're like reading a religious book for the first time. You're like your eyes are being opened to different worlds within the universe, within the this earthly realm, and also the spiritual realm. Like, there's a lot of discovery when it comes to like the spiritual embodiment. And I feel like, this could be a part of your healing journey. This could be a part of your grieving journey, if you will, for some of you guys. Okay. And you're finding yourself again, and then you're choosing to like go out, hang out with community. You're relying on them. You're leaning on them for support. They're like, come on, let's go out. Like, let's have some fun, and that in that sense. For some, this could be, we also have retreating and pulling back on the bottom of the deck, which is what I kind of feel like your energy is about. But your friends maybe like saying like, come on, let's go out, let's hang out, let me get you out of the house. I feel like for some of you guys too, this double pregnancy, this twin pregnancy, like I said, you may just be like finding out you're pregnant with a singleton, and it could be that you conceive very quickly after a previous pregnancy. You may have experienced a pregnancy loss, okay, and I don't want to speak that over anyone, but if this is your story, okay, and you're watching this and you've already experienced a loss, I see that this second baby, the second pregnancy, could happen fairly quickly after experiencing that loss, okay, while you're still healing from it. And of course, I feel like we're always going to be healing from our grieving. Not always grieving, but always healing and going through different versions of healing once you have experienced a loss, especially a pregnancy loss or a loss of a loved one. And so I feel like you're going through a version of this grieving process when you do find out you're pregnant, or when you do conceive. Okay, let's see what else we have coming through. What is the advice for pile number 2 spirit for their first quarter of the year 2026? What is happening here? I'm hearing take it slow, give yourself grace, but don't. I'm hearing like don't ignore fun. Yeah, like don't ignore invitations. Don't like punish yourself, is what I'm hearing. Okay. We have the 7 of Michael. It says there's a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. Yeah, so I feel like you are being called to do something a bit differently when it comes to like you, what is it called, when it comes to you like receiving support. Okay, this is definitely like with you, working alone may not be the best answer. I feel like this is something that you're being asked to rely on your community, get advice from your community, get support and help from your community, your friends, your family members. This could be specifically for fertility. Now the 7 of Michael also comes out when there's like a strategy in place, so you could have a plan in place. Maybe that plan doesn't go as planned and there's a shift in that strategy, or there needs to be a change in that plan, which could be why you're also kind of feeling like you're in this grieving energy, because things are not going as planned, or things aren't, you've gotten word that things will not be able to go as planned. So you're kind of like grieving what you once thought was going to be. So it doesn't have to be specifically a person, or it could just be like grieving what you thought mentally what was going to happen and it didn't happen. I also understand that sometimes, being on a journey myself, I understand that the beginning of the year can also be carry a bit of a grievance energy. It's like a mix. It's like a mix of excitement sometimes, but also sometimes it's like a little bit of grievance, because like I've just ended another year and I don't have my baby in my arms as of yet. So here we go, right? And some of you guys may be feeling that energy. So I do see here. Let's see here. I do see that there is definitely, you have Archangel Michael with you, is what I feel here, okay, along this course. I just feel like your spirit team is like, they're wanting you to know they're always by your side. And with Archangel Michael here, I feel like these are your angels. These are your loved ones, your ancestors. They're like, they're by your side. They're guiding you down this path. And they're also letting you, I'm seeing them shining light on the path that is more in alignment with who you are and what you're meant to experience, because you may be wanting to take this shortcut, or you may be wanting to go down a darker path that is full of shadow because you are grieving. And once again, I'm just reminding you, Spirit said, do not punish yourself, right? Do not do things that equate to you not being able to experience you because you're grieving, right? Sometimes we isolate ourselves, and we, when we're in this grieving energy, we choose to, we don't make the best choices. And so I'm hearing, this is something that you're being called not to do, or reminded not to do, okay? Because I'm hearing this is not the end. This is not the end for those of you guys who, are experiencing like going through a healing, and that can be such a, I can't even imagine, and I pray that I never have to, imagine the mixed energy that involves, grieving a loss, but also like celebrating like a pregnancy, you know what I mean, like celebrating a win. So it's kind of like that energy. It's very mixed, and this is why I'm hearing like leaning on support, especially for your mental health. We do have the health energy here. It's big. Okay, it's big for the first quarter. Let's see what else we have for pile number 2. We have, hi mama, don't be afraid to get a second opinion. Okay, so if this is your physical health, okay, or if you are like not really sure about the path that you're walking down, I'm hearing, oh, we even have balance on the bottom of the deck. So this could have to do with bringing balance to your mind and body, bringing balance to your mind, body, and spirit. This is a holistic journey. It's what I'm hearing, mind, body, and spirit. I'm hearing, don't be afraid. I'm seeing, don't be afraid to get a second opinion. This could be from a doctor. This could be from another healthcare professional. This could be from a friend or trusted friend or family member. If you're not really sure if you're taking the path that would be best for you, okay? I am hearing, this is why you are getting closer to yourself, to your higher self. This is why you are developing this bond with yourself in the way that you are, so that you can trust yourself more. But it's okay to ask for support and guidance outside of yourself when you are in the phase of trusting yourself again, okay? We also have stay hydrated, mama. So this is a practical advice for your first quarter. Coconut water, lemon water, fruits and veggies with high hydration levels, watermelon, cucumber, etc. So you're being asked to make sure that you stay hydrated. That is something I'm hearing that's going to reduce the cramping. So if you're pregnant, that could be something that, and I would never say that, this could be the cause of a miscarriage or anything like that, but I am picking up on cramping, like uterine cramping, and I am seeing it being harder for baby to implant when your uterus is cramping because you are dehydrated, okay? And I don't even know, I'm not a doctor, of course, and that's not medical advice, but I don't even know if that's how it works, but that's what I'm hearing, so I'm going to share it. I always share what I hear because I trust what I receive as messages, and I know that it's for someone, okay? Bottom of the deck, we have tools of healing, Western medicine, so you could be working with a doctor, okay, through doing spot treatments, using specific medications, getting ultrasounds or blood tests, okay, during this first quarter. This could be because you're confirming pregnancy through your ultrasound or blood test. This could also be maybe because you've experienced a loss, maybe a pregnancy loss, and you are doing testing to see what could have, happened, or what your body is in need of at this time. But I'm hearing hydration, 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 no matter where you are in your journey. I'm hearing drinking, like, I heard gallons, y'all. That's kind of extreme, isn't it? I don't know how much you're supposed to drink, but I think it's based on your body weight. So, look into that for yourself, and then get what you need, okay? Because that is really important for you, pile number 2. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, what is the second quarter looking like? Are we moving out of this energy? So overall, your first quarter is looking very like, if you are trying to conceive, right, and say you're trying to conceive and you haven't experienced any loss, you could definitely be like in this kind of like solemn, laid back energy in the beginning of your journey to baby, kind of trying to strategize or come up with a strategy. I feel like you may be working with others, maybe gaining advice from your community, like maybe in a social community online, maybe looking at like in support groups, and kind of like strategizing for your year, right? Like, how am I going to do this? But in the meantime, I'm seeing somebody drinking like water, but I'm also like seeing I'm seeing water with fruit in it, and this is also reminding me of juicing. So you could be like juicing, okay? Like that may be something that you're doing just to get your body really like lubricated. Okay, is what I'm hearing. But let's see what pile number two, or not pile number two. Well, yeah, you are pile number two, but the second quarter of the year, which is April, May, June, okay, is going to bring to you when it comes to your journey to baby, what is happening during the second quarter of the year. So we're moving away from that energy. Thank you, Spirit. What are we moving towards? Oh, yes. Okay. So we're moving away from that. Okay. Six of Swords is like you're moving away from any difficulty, any turmoil, any rockiness, okay, anything that wasn't any turbulence, if you will, okay, that you were experiencing in your journey to baby, and you're moving into the world energy, which represents completion. You're completing a full cycle, and this cycle was one that was full of struggle. It was one that was full of like trying to get by, you know, and you're moving into something different, and I want to know immediately like what this is. Okay, let me see what I have here. Once again, your angels and your spirit team is showing up. Your guides, your ancestors, your loved ones, they're watching you. Okay, you have the victory reef all around you, and I'm seeing success. Okay, two successes is what I'm seeing. Okay, we have looking into other options of parenthood, and bottom of the deck we have being guided very closely. You could also be working with a counselor. We have counseling here, so I see that you are moving away from maybe a previous way of doing things and moving into looking at different ways of getting pregnant or different ways of receiving support. Okay, maybe excuse me, maybe you're realizing that, you know, the support groups online are cool, but they're not what I'm really needing for my mental health, or for my mind, body, spirit, right? Remember, this is a holistic journey for you guys, pile number two. So you're going and you're speaking with someone, a counselor. Okay, you're being counseled, you're being guided very closely. You could be working with a fertility health coach. That would be amazing for you guys. I feel like with the world card here, you could be ending this journey of you doing it on your own. Like Spirit said here, I think on this card it says working alone may not be the best answer. So I feel like in your second quarter, you're actually hiring somebody to work with. Okay, a mentor, a fertility health coach, someone who can like tell you what labs to get done, direct you to where to get them done at, and read them for you all in one jump. Maybe someone who's also a nutritionist. They can give you like a specific diet. Maybe they work with herbal healing, so they can give you like certain teas or like tinctures to use. You know what I mean? But you're being like guided, and maybe they're also spiritual counselor. So they're also counseling you through your spiritual journey as well, right? And reconnecting with yourself and the spiritual journey and spiritual path with your baby, because that's what this high priestess could also be. You know, you're reconnecting with your spiritual side of things. So this could also be you like reconnecting with your spirit baby, or connecting with them at all if you feel that disconnect. Okay, like you may be like if you just experience a loss, maybe you're like, I want to connect with my angel baby. Okay, or you may be going to a medium who is connecting with a loved one that may have passed. Okay, so there's like this energy that it's like you're connecting with something that has been lost, whether it's yourself and you're connecting with your higher self, your spirit baby, your angel baby, or your like a loved one. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, and it doesn't have to be that someone, this doesn't have to be someone you lost recently. Spirit is saying this could be someone that has passed previously, or this could be a pregnancy loss from years prior, but it's hitting you hard in the beginning of 2026 for some reason, and you're really needing to connect with them. You're really needing to feel their presence. You're really needing to hear their messages. And so I feel like working with a medium would also be very empowering for you, and also really help shift your mindset so that you can get out of this energy that you're in here, so that you can move forward. And that's what's happening here in the second quarter. You're moving forward, you're moving away from this, but this comes through talking, this comes through working with a counselor, right? This comes through communication or communicative support. Okay, let's see what else we have here for the second quarter. What is happening in their journey to baby? Spirit, what is the energy surrounding their journey to baby, and what is their advice for the second quarter of 2026? We have the sun. Oh my gosh, yes, you guys, I love this. Here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Okay, you guys are so deserving of this. This is life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. Didn't I say two successes? Yes, it says an inspiring success. And then we have the power of positive thinking. Like I said, you're working with someone who's helping you with your mind. This could be a mindset coach as well. But the number 19 may be significant. Okay, so we have, that would be April 19th, May 19th, June 19th. Okay, those could be all really significant. Juneteenth, you guys. So those could all be really significant dates for you when it comes to your journey to baby. But your baby is all around you, and I feel like you're feeling their presence. Okay, with this sun energy. There's a child that's on the back of this like horse is riding the horse, and there's sunflowers. So there's so much optimism present during your second quarter of the year surrounding your journey to baby. I feel like you're feeling motivated to move forward. Like you slowly kind of moved away from the other energy, but now you're just like ready to go. You're ready to experience. You're ready for this child. And if you are pregnant already, then you are starting to think positively about your pregnancy. You're actually starting to get excited about your pregnancy. Okay. But like I said, this is and also with looking at other options of parenthood, this is also you viewing things differently. It doesn't just have to be about options of parenthood. It can just be your perspective is changing, is what it feels like here for the second quarter. Okay, you're looking at your journey differently. You're looking at your pregnancy differently. If you're pregnant. So what else do we have here for pile number or for quarter number 2? We have hormone balance. Okay, so you're balanced your hormones. Some of you guys, oh my gosh. Okay, so for some of you guys, I'm hearing like get your hormones checked because it could be that you are experiencing like depression or you are experiencing, like really, really lows in energy and emotionally because your hormones are imbalanced. And once your hormones are balanced, like I'm hearing gut health. I don't know if that has anything to do with like your I know it's hormones, like it does have to do with your hormones, but I don't know about like emotions. But I'm hearing gut balance. Okay, so you may do something that helps balance your gut, and that is going to maybe the juices I was seeing and the hydration. Okay, but that is going to help you when it comes to like your mood. Okay, that's gonna boost your mood. And let's see what else we have here. We have hi mommy, let's handle things one step at a time together. And we have don't procrastinate testing. So yes, do not procrastinate. Get your hormones checked, you guys. Okay. If you're feeling down and out, like it doesn't have to be that is what you're really feeling, if that makes sense. Like it could be that your hormones are influencing this greatly, and once you balance your hormones, like you're going to feel so much better. I also feel like if you have experienced, like if you were pregnant recently and you experienced a loss, it could be that your hormones are trying to balance out. They're trying to, or you just had a baby not too long ago, like your hormones are still trying to balance out. So your emotions may be kind of all over the place. I was hearing like postpartum depression. It could also be prenatal depression. Okay, when you first find out you're pregnant, and I'm hearing like get some support and some help in that as well. But the one thing I am hearing is do not procrastinate testing for this. Okay, if you don't feel like yourself, even in the first trimester, that's a sign for some. Okay, you're gonna be in the first trimester during your first quarter, but even in the first quarter, if you don't feel like yourself, get tested. Like just tell your doctor, I need to be tested for all of my hormones tested. I need to see, especially your cortisol. Like check your cortisol, see if that's high. You might want to do like a gut biome. Is that what it's called? Gut biome testing. The Dutch test is so extensive. Having someone read that for you would be amazing. Like I'm hearing like just it test, okay? Test. Also, I feel like, for those of you guys who find out you're pregnant and maybe you're kind of scared, fearful, it's kind of the energy that's kind of like in this pile or in this pile number 2. It's fear. It's like you're afraid of what's to come. You're afraid of bad news. You don't want to receive bad news. Like your baby's like, don't jump ahead to the future, because anxiety comes when you think about what's to come and how you don't know what's to come, right? The anxiety happens when you're in the space of the unknown. So what I'm hearing is like, stay in the present. Mommy, we're going to handle this together, one step at a time. You and Papa, you and your doctor, you and your counselor, you and your friend, you and your sister, okay, or brother, and you and baby, you guys are going to handle this one step at a time, step by step by step. And I feel like, they're asking you to stay in the present moment, do activities that remind you, like, if you are in the present moment or not, like grounding activities or mindfulness, taking like a couple of deep breaths, I like to what I'll do is I'll like wiggle my toes, wiggle my fingers, I'll move my torso, like I'll envision the chair that I'm sitting in. What color is the chair? What is what do the base of the chair look like? Like what does the carpet look like? What's around my feet? Like that helps me bring myself back into the present moment. And so I'm like, okay, I'm here. I'm here. I don't have to be here and there. I can just be here. And I feel like that's going to help you a lot too and help you as you move forward. Also, with testing, for some of you guys, this is about getting your progesterone tested in early pregnancy, making sure that your progesterone is where it needs to be, and other testing too. If you, especially if you experience a loss, like it's important for you to make sure that certain hormones are balanced during your pregnancy, and you may be fearful of doing that too. So don't procrastinate on that. I'm hearing as soon as you find out you're pregnant, like when you go get your HCG tested to see where your levels are, also test for your what is it? As soon as your HCG is tested, also test for like your progesterone. Ask for that testing, and then anything else your doctor may want to test, tell them that you've experienced recurring loss or you've experienced a previous miscarriage. And you just want to make sure that everything is where it needs to be. Check your vitamin D, like you know what I mean. Like I don't know what else would be suggested, but you can also work with someone. I'm seeing a community of people, so you may ask your fertility health coach, like what testing do I need to have done? Go to your doctor, have that testing done, have your doctor give you the results, and then also go over it with your fertility health coach. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I feel here. Okay. All right, let's get your last message for the second quarter, you guys. Thank you for hanging with me. I hope that this is, giving you a lot of insight and guidance for this upcoming year, and also like clicking with you. Maybe you're feeling this energy already, like you're going to be kind of in this energy, but I know that, even if you don't feel this is going to help you when you get to these spaces and places in along your journey. Okay. Let's see what you're being asked to do practically. Wow, we have river stream of fertile energy, okay, for your second quarter. So I feel like during the second quarter, some of you guys may actually be conceiving your baby if you're not pregnant already. We have the sun card. We have river stream of fertile energy, okay. We also have don't procrastinate testing. This could be testing for ovulation as well. If you feel like you may be ovulating, test, okay. And once again, you're moving away from difficulty. You've overcome obstacle. I heard 2 successes for the second quarter, so this could be you getting pregnant with 2 babies. Okay, like I said, I felt like there could be twin energy, so this could be you getting pregnant with 2 babies during the second quarter. Okay, so that would be what was that? April, May, and June. Okay, April, May, and June. My goodness, my nose has not stopped itching throughout this entire reading, and now it's getting sore, you guys. So I'm gonna acknowledge my nose. I don't know if this is something that's happening just because I'm connected, but some of you guys may be experiencing like allergy symptoms during your early pregnancy. So this could be like one of your very first signs of pregnancy is allergy symptoms, the itchy nose, itchy throat, itchy eyes. You could also be experiencing like a heightened sense of smell, okay, as well. All right, what is quarter 3 looking like for pile number 2, Spirit? What is quarter 3 looking like for pile number 2? Oh my gosh, we have the 10 of Cups. We love to see it, okay? And we have the King of Pentacles bottom of the deck with the Queen of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups beneath that, you guys. Wow, okay? So definite heavy energy here for having, like, I don't know, harmonious family, happy family, you and your partner being in alignment. Definitely getting pregnancy vibes here, you guys preparing for a child, okay? 9 beautiful months of pregnancy. Definitely feeling the second and third quarter could be strong for conception or pregnancy for you. We will get some time frames as well to kind of see what months are significant, but I love this energy, okay? I love it. Whew, excuse me, you guys. I've been recording this pretty early for me. But with the 10 of Cups, I feel like it's kind of like a finally energy. Finally, we've made it. There's a harmonious family. You're feeling happy. Okay, you're feeling happy. I also feel like this is about you bringing your dreams into grounding your dreams into reality. There's so much land here and so many seeds that you can plant with all of these cups. These are all seeds that you can plant. So I feel like there are going to be multiple wishes that are fulfilled for you during the third quarter. If you're wanting to move, if you're wanting to like grow your family, if you're wanting to get married, if you're wanting to, like build your career or go for a new job, a new position, like this is going to be the time where it happens. This is the time where you start to see your seeds. This is the time where you start to see your seeds, the seeds that are already planted grow. Sorry, I thought I heard a beep. I thought my phone had cut off, but it didn't. So I feel like that's significant too. Like I feel like, you know, you thought something was going to happen before and it didn't. And now this is a time for it to happen, because I was like, I literally, what's so crazy is I thought my phone, because I didn't have that much time to record here. So I'm going to have to like record it, stop, and start recording again. But I thought it had beeped. I heard like beep. And so I thought that that meant that it was done recording, like I didn't have any more space. But when I looked up, I still had 2 minutes left. So that's interesting, because I feel like that is kind of how things are going to be. Like maybe you thought you were pregnant before, but you weren't. And then it's like you find out 2 months later that you are. Or maybe you thought that you were going to move into a new home, but then that fell through or it didn't happen. And then 2 months later, you find out that you guys actually make that move. So I'm hearing given a little bit more time, okay, because it is going to happen. It may not just happen immediately or right when you think it's going to. And right when I said that, it cut off. So that was perfect. So let's go ahead and get some more messages for your third quarter. Okay, your third quarter of the year. What is going on, Spirit? This is the summertime where I am. So this will be July, August, September. So what's happening July, August, September for my pile number 2? Yeah, 2. You are moving forward with current actions. Yeah, so wherever there were delays, wherever there was stagnant energy, you were taking time to heal. Bottom of the deck, taking time to heal. You're now moving forward. You're moving out of that energy. Like I said, here you started you started kind of like slowly like trekking out of the turbulence area, but now you're starting to see things sprout. And now you're starting to see like this forward movement. This momentum is picking up here during the summertime or during July through September. Let's see. I want to get pulled from here. Spirit, what else is happening in their journey to baby? Moving forward with current actions. Yeah, so it's like if you took a pause, like I just took a pause and I had to start over, not start over, but I started like a new like time for my video. I don't know how to say it, a new recording, right? I'm gonna have to put them together, put as you know when I edit the video, but um, like I had to stop for a second and keep going, and I feel like that may be the case for you guys as well. You had to stop for a second, and now you're moving forward with something you were already doing. We have the 5 of Cups, and we have the 8 of Pentacles. Wow! So you've really been working on your healing journey. Okay, the 5 of Cups says everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace opportunities for happiness, which is what I feel like you're doing. It says search for the silver lining, and then we have take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. So if you are working, are like moving into a new career, like whatever this is that you're manifesting, the multiple things that, because there's multiple blessings coming to you guys. It's such a blessed year for you. This is a year of healing. This is a year of spiritual growth. This is a year of pregnancy. This is a year of multiple manifestations coming into fruition. But you may have to go through a test, and that test is going to turn into your testimony. And what I'm seeing here is that because you stay consistent, because you know, like it says here, practice makes perfect. So because you kept doing something over and over again, you didn't give up, because you kept working on yourself, you kept trying to get to the bottom of why you were feeling a specific way emotionally, why you were having a hard time getting over something, why you were having a hard time with healing through releasing and healing through regret, and you know, and why you were ignoring opportunities for happiness at times, right? When your friends were trying to get you to go out and have fun or encourage you to do certain things for yourself, like why that was happening, you wouldn't give up, you wouldn't let it go until you figured out what was going on. For some, it was because your hormones were imbalanced. So even if you want to check, like in the first beginning of the year, if you're starting to feel that energy, like check right away, you know, so that you can move through this a little quicker. Because of course, energy is fluid, and it doesn't have to happen like this, doesn't have to unfold like this. But I do see this as of now. So this is just to let you know, bring awareness to you that if you are feeling very sad, depressed, or you're having a hard time being happy or doing things for yourself, there may be an underlying cause there. Okay, it could have to do with what your body is needing, what it may be missing, lacking, right, in nutrients or in vitamin deficiency or hormone, okay, balance imbalances. So because you didn't give up on yourself, the universe didn't give up on you. You are literally reading a book of magic here, and there's so much that is pouring into you. I feel like the third quarter of the year is going to be a year where so much is poured into you, so much is given to you. You are in your receiving era, okay? And you're also, it doesn't mean that you're not going to experience like the ups and downs. It doesn't mean that you're not going to, you know, like have certain, exactly, oh my gosh, yes, King of Cups. it's the King of Cups is literally someone who's like, I've been there, I've done that, I've gone through the turbulence, but I made it out stronger and even better. Like there could be this, like this is the best card for you to have. Speaking of this, okay, with these two energies here, because this is exactly what's happening here. Okay, it's like it's not that you're not going to experience like other like little things going on in your life, like life is life, but it's like you change your perspective of it. You see, you're searching for the silver linings of things. You're understanding things are happening for a reason. They're not happening to work against you. They're happening to support you. You know what I mean? And it says, yes, it is safe to trust. You're starting to trust again. The ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. You're feeling creative again. You're stepping into that strong like manifestation goddess energy. Okay, yes. For some, this could also be your partner too. Okay, your partner could be like a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces with the King of Cups here. You could be Earth energy, or they could be Earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. But I see that you guys are like fighting against the grain. Like it does that make sense? It's like you're not you're not going against yeah, you're going against the grain, but you're fighting against it. You're like, no, 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 I'm not going to fall into this depression. No, 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 I'm not going to do this. Instead, I'm going to take my pills. Instead, I'm going to go outside and get some sun. For some, you need the sun. That is what's going to help you. The sun is going to bring healing to you. Like for some, that is your medicine. That is your spiritual prescription is the sun. Okay, with the river stream of fertility, same thing. Our fertile energy, that is what helps you be at your most fertile self. Getting out in sun, you need sun. Okay, literally the sun is healing. But yeah, so your third quarter, like you are fighting against the grain. Whenever you start feeling like dragged down or feeling like you're going back into that state, you're like, no, like this is not who I am. This is not who I am. I am a goddess or a god who chooses to experience happiness and joy, and allow my manifestations to come into reality, because this is what I've been promised. This is what I promised myself, and this is what God promised me, and therefore I am going to receive them. And that is what is going to, like, Spirit's like, and I'm hearing, this is what Spirit is saying. If at first you don't succeed, okay, pick yourself up and try again. Okay, little Aaliyah here. And so I feel like that's going to be like the theme, especially for your third quarter. You're like, at first I didn't succeed, but I'm going to try again. Like, I'm not going to let this stop me. So this is your third quarter. We have natural conception. Okay, some of you guys will be conceiving naturally. Okay, beautiful energy. Like I said, second and third quarter is coming in very strong for conception. We also have divine masculine connection. So you're definitely healing things with a divine masculine. This could be your father, your child's future father, or your child's father. Or this could be the divine masculine in you is stepping out even further, bigger, better, and stronger, if you will. Okay, is what I'm hearing. And I heard to get one more. So let's get one more for you. We also have third eye chakra. Okay, yes, your visions. Okay, your visions. This is what's changed. Your visions for yourself. You see yourself differently. You see yourself in a new light. Your third eye has come back to life. Back to life. Usually it's my third pile that has a lot of songs coming through, but that's y'all today. Okay, back to reality. Okay, and you may literally look at that bottom of the deck, natural intervention and trust the journey. You guys may literally be like using certain like natural methods to bring healing holistically, mind, body, and spirit. Working with an herbalist, drinking teas, using oils, salves, tinctures, bath soaks with herbs and flowers, and all these different things that are meant to like bring healing to the body. Like I feel like that is something that is definitely going to also make a big difference. And most of all, you're just trusting in the process. I love this. Is like a Cinderella story. That's what I'm hearing. Like this is like where you thought things were, you're like at the beginning of the year, you're like, I really don't know how I feel about this year. And then it's like a couple months in, you're like, oh my gosh, like what the heck? Like, no, I'm the one that's creating this. And you like take back your power, but it's like through the understanding and the awareness of something through testing, right? And the test that Spirit was talking about could literally be like you being tested. Like I said, your test could turn into a testimony. This could literally be a test that you got with the doctor, or it could be like a test that you're experiencing in the physical, okay? But your test is turning into a testimony, okay? I love it. So your practical advice for the third why do I keep wanting to say trimester? The third quarter is essential oils, and it says clary sage, lavender, geranium, damiana, rose, eucalyptus, etc. These could be great oils for you to work with, but I'm also hearing, once again, natural intervention. We were just talking about the oils, the tinctures, the salves, the teas, okay, the bath soaks, like, so this is definitely confirmation of that, okay, working with those energies. And then we have goddess energy on the bottom of the deck. We can't make this up, okay? It says, tend to the needs of your mind and body, carry your head high, and put yourself first. And girl, that is exactly what you're doing, okay, girl or guy. But that's what you're doing, okay, during your third trimester. Let me just say it, okay? Third trimester. Some of you guys are going to be ovulating from your right side, okay? I'm hearing that. Ovulating from your right side. You're going to get pregnant when you ovulate from your right side. That could be like a miraculous thing because maybe you have like a fallopian tube is like clogged on that side. But one thing, oh my gosh, you guys, little side note, I learned about the fallopian tubes and the little, what's it called? How does that work? I'm trying to remember how the reproductive system looks, but the little phalanges, like they, when the egg is released? Something about like when the egg is released, the little phalanges, which are like the little finger like things look like tentacles on the ends of the fallopian tubes. You guys look at the like diagram of the uterus and the fallopian tubes and the ovaries. Okay, so when the eggs are released from the ovaries, there we go. So you're gonna release from one side. So when the egg is released from the ovaries, it's actually the fallopian tube is not attached to your ovary. It's actually like flowing like in free fluid, I believe. And when the ovary releases the egg, it goes out, and typically, like if your right ovary releases an egg, it's going to the what is it called? The fallopian tube on the right side is what's going to like suck it in and pick it up and like bring it towards it, right? But sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes you may release an egg from the right side, but the left fallopian tube like sucks it in and it goes into your left fallopian tube. So for those of you guys who may feel discouraged because you have one fallopian tube that's blocked, one fallopian tube that's clogged, like I just feel like Spirit wants me to share with you that that doesn't mean anything. Okay, so do not count yourself out is what I'm hearing. Do not count yourself out because it can literally be the fact that your right fallopian tube or your right ovary releases an egg and your left fallopian tube, the one that's clear, God makes that happen for you. Okay, so oh my gosh, yes, thank you, Spirit. I am praising God right now for you because I just feel like that is the body is so miraculous. And when you believe in your body, when you bless your body, when you tend to your body, when you say, I am deserving, this is what I want, I am worthy of this, your body is like, yeah, we are. Because the more you speak about that yourself in that way, the more your subconscious mind is picking up on it. And the more your mind is like, yeah, you're right. Like, yes, we do deserve this. Yeah, we do deserve to have a baby. We do deserve to have a healthy baby, a healthy pregnancy, happy family, like, new homes, whatever it is you want, right? It really doesn't matter. And I'm hearing like, don't think of greed because greed will stop you from receiving your blessings because maybe you've been taught that not to be greedy. Don't be greedy, right? Don't be greedy. Like it's such a religious thing too. And that could be why you're like reevaluating your religion. That could be why you're diving deeper into spirituality, going down rabbit holes. And because you're like, what the heck is really going on here in this world? But I feel like Spirit wants you to know, like when you are, when you say like, oh no, I don't want to be greedy, you stop yourself from receiving, you stop yourself from like getting that miracle, okay? Like receiving that blessing. So I'm hearing that don't think about greed when you're trying to manifest. Okay, that's a very specific message. I feel like I needed to hear that too, because sometimes I'm not thinking about greed, but I'm like, do I really need that really, 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 really big house? Like, do I really need that? But the thing is, it doesn't matter if I need it. Do I want it? Because if I want it, I deserve to experience it in this lifetime because I will only be me. Okay, I will only be Janessa, my fertility goddess, in this lifetime. Okay? With these friends, with you guys as our community, our family, like this only happens one time. Like this. Okay, so let me make the best of it. And I feel like I needed to do that little rant for somebody here. So you're welcome. Okay, you're welcome. Where am I at? 13 minutes. Okay, I need to like section this out and share this with more people. But like, yeah. You're welcome. So let's go ahead and move into your fourth quarter. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Okay, we're going into the end of the year 2026. This is going to be October, November, December. Okay, we're going to see what your year is looking like. And I kind of, with the last pile, I like cleared this space and we went fresh. So I'm going to do the same with you guys. Okay, I'm actually going to put the World of Fate cards back because it's such a skinny deck that I want to use all the cards that I have. But let me go ahead, give me a moment. Let me clear this and then I'll be back. Alrighty, I am back. Let's get your fourth quarter. Okay, the fourth quarter. Let me cover her up because, you know, YouTube be funny a little bit. So let's see for your fourth quarter, what is happening here? What is the energy surrounding pile number 2's fourth quarter, Spirit? Wow, success. I told you guys, this is a successful year for you. Put that in the comments. I am having a successful year. Okay, I am having a successful year. 2026 is my year of success, wish fulfillment, and blessings. Okay, like, yes, okay, you passed the test. You can even put that in the comments. I passed the test with the strength card here. Okay, you made it. You made it. Do not give up. You made it. Spirit wants you to know you made it. Do not give up. You made it. 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 Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so powerful. Success, you guys. Okay, Six of Wands. I do feel like you are going to be, if you are pregnant, you are going to be monitored very closely. Even if you're not, you'll be working with a team of people. We did have that in the beginning of your reading. I feel like, you know, all eyes on you. People are looking at you. They're also wanting to learn how how you did it, how you made it. Okay, we also have focus on female reproductive health. So I do feel like, you know, this is going to be a year where you really are a quarter in the fourth quarter where you're really going to be zoning in on your reproductive system, which makes sense. Thank you, Spirit, because I did that whole rant about the fallopian tubes, the ovaries, the uterus, you know, like the free fluid, everything, all that good stuff. So I feel like that is what you're, you know, really focusing on. I feel like also with the reproductive health, and we're talking about the womb. If you are pregnant, like it's like all eyes on your womb. You know what I mean? People are like, wow, you're pregnant. People are starting to notice. You're starting to tell people, but either way, whether you're pregnant or you're not pregnant as of yet, I do see here that, you know, you are finally getting the answers that you've been looking for. You're finally getting the results that you have been waiting for. Okay, you're finally moving forward in a way and with victory. Okay, he's wearing on the Six of Wands, he's wearing the wreath of victory. He has a victory wreath. He has two wreaths, actually, two successes. Like I said, there's two successes happening for you, two really big things that you've been trying to manifest for a very long time. One, I feel like it's going to be your pregnancy. The other one could be like have to do with your home, your family, your career. Okay, like something really big. Your finances. Okay, like you're breaking through the ceiling of something, an obstacle that kept trying to come back around. Like, and I'm hearing, and it's all in my head. I think about it over and over again. So I'm hearing like maybe you were like thinking about this thing for a very long time, but also I'm hearing it's all in my head. So it's the mind. It's the mind. It's like you had a breakthrough when it comes to your mindset and your belief system, and that is really what has changed things for you. And oh my gosh, happy changes on the bottom of the deck. That is what has really made things so much more. Yeah, look, getting to the root cause. You got to the root cause. I feel like it was in your mind. What else do we have? News and results. So I feel like there's good news coming your way in the fourth quarter. And you're riding. I'm hearing like sitting pretty, but you're riding pretty. Like you're just kind of going, like you're on the back of your horse and you're just like, you know, just kind of riding and just going through the streets, you know, like just doing your thing, not through the streets, but you know, doing your thing. Like people are like, wow, look at her. Oh my gosh, she's so amazing. I can't believe she did this. Oh my gosh, remember her? She was trying to conceive for 10 years and now look, she's pregnant. Oh my God, look at this. Oh my God, remember her story? Like, did it? Like people are talking about you. I'm hearing people are talking about you. You're in the limelight. Like people know your name. They know your experience. Like maybe even at your doctors, like they may want to like, I don't know, this is so like extra, but it feels like somebody may want you to speak at a convention or speak someplace and talk about your journey, your testimony to help inspire others. I even felt like this could be your doctor, like I don't know, like hosting something and or your doctor's office hosting something. Wouldn't that be amazing, you guys? That's what doctors' offices need to do. They need to have like these empowerment sessions for couples who are trying to get pregnant, especially at fertility clinics, because the mind, the body, the spirit, like it's all connected. And when they're working on the body part, but if they were to just hire, like outsource and hold spaces for people, to their clients to come to their little space, they could also mingle with other people and other families that are trying to conceive. I remember when me and my partner, we were doing our first IUI session, that our IUI, yeah, I guess session that did not work, but it helped me move forward, right? It helped him move forward. He was like, "We're never doing this again." He was like, "We're not doing this again," because I was so emotional about it. But and then I was like, "I don't want to do this," but then I was like, "I want to do this." And next time when my cycle started, so it was quite the like, yeah, emotional roller coaster. But I could only imagine, like when we went into the clinic, like there were other families in there, so you see other people. Okay, it's not like it's private. It's not like it's secretive. It's not like you don't see other people, other families in there. Instead of there being like a warm, cheering on energy, which I think will make such a big difference. Oh my gosh, it was such a cold energy. It was so cold in there. Like nobody was talking to anybody. Everybody, like people looked fearful. They were scared. They like walking on eggshells. They were whispering. Like, what? No. No, we need to be having, that was such an energy of fear. That was an energy of like, oh, I hope this worked, or oh, I'm paying all this money. This better be the right. Like everybody in their head. You know what I mean? But I can only imagine if clinics actually like outsourced like public speakers. I would love to speak about the spiritual connection to the spirit baby realm, and also just like to your higher self and your mind and the belief system surrounding, getting pregnant, and affirmations and affirming it. I would love to speak about that, because that is something that I feel is so needed and so necessary and would be so supportive. But if clinics just hosted like events where families could come and mingle and talk to each other and talk about their journeys, and like, and different things, that would be such a game changer, you guys. So I need to like patent this or something. I don't even know, but but no, like really, okay, like in the clinic, like in clinic support in that way. But that could be something that you're receiving. Maybe you have found some place that does that, okay? Let me know in the comments if you have, okay? Because I would love to like send more people there, because they get it. They really get it. It's a mind, body, spirit connection. And I also feel like you may be like just working with other people. You could have a team of people that you're working with, someone who is for the mind, someone who's for the body, someone who's for your spirit, that is mentoring you, that is helping you. And so that could also be it too. But all eyes on you, okay? You are the diva, okay? Walking into the room, people are looking at you and seeing what you are all about, and they're seeing that you're pregnant, or they're seeing that you, excuse me, have achieved certain successes, okay, in your journey. So let's see what we have here. Not shutting me up. Hold on, let me drink some water, y'all. I don't know what's going on with this little. Okay, much better, I think. Not shutting me up, okay, because I am here to empower. I am here to support. And I feel like that's also a message. I always take these things as messages. Like, I'm hearing, don't shut up talking about yourself. Don't shut up speaking positively about your journey, okay? It says, you have invested wisely. Have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. Okay, so for those of you guys who are still on your journey to baby, who are trying to conceive, I'm hearing, whatever you've been investing in, like it was a great investment. Continue to invest in it, have patience, and wait for the seeds to sprout, okay? This could also be like maybe one success has come through already, and you're waiting for that second success, because I do feel like you're going to have multiple this year, really two major ones, okay? Blessings coming in for you. Really, this is a year of miracles for you, okay, and blessings. And I feel like, Spirit is like, don't give up too soon, because there's something else that is to come later, okay? For some, this could literally be like a second baby, like you're seeing the second baby in the ultrasound, okay? That could be that. But I am hearing like move accordingly, okay? Like it says here, review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. Keep moving as if it has already happened, is what Spirit is saying with this message. I love that. That's never come through with this card before for me. Like, at least that I remember. But I'm hearing like keep moving through, keep moving as if it has already happened, because this is what, like, they're like, make plans for your next endeavor. You know what I mean? Look at what you've done, yes, but just make plans for the next thing, because it is coming. It is happening. It is already done, okay? It is done, is what I'm hearing. So this is really a time, this quarter is about you, like, pumping yourself up, You're feeling yourself right, but I also feel like you're really shifting your mindset. You're really creating and becoming the version of yourself that you have seen and that you have envisioned, and you're no longer letting life happen to you. You're happening to life. Okay, is what I'm hearing. What else is happening in the fourth quarter, spirit? The end of the year. What is it looking like for my goddesses? A new career. Okay, a new career. Were we just talking about that? Like, it could be the second thing, could be like a new career or some sort of like promotion or something that you're going for. Moving and relocation. Oh my gosh, you guys. You could be moving as well, okay, or relocating, maybe even moving because of this career, okay? Wow. Let's see. I'm going to get one more here. What else is happening in the fourth quarter? Okay, we have divine feminine connection. So yeah, you are feeling more connected to yourself. This could also be maybe like you are finding out you're having a baby girl or two girls. Okay, but it could also be that you're connecting with the divine feminine. So this could be like your mother, your auntie, your cousin, a sister. Your doctor could be female. Okay, and there could be like a really strong bond that is also being created at this time too during your pregnancy or during your journey to baby, okay? But I'm hearing go with the flow. Divine feminine energy is going with the flow. It is the energy of ease, it is the energy of softness, nurturing, okay? This is what you're being asked to step into or to embody. This is a really big time where I'm hearing like, you fought against the grain and now it's time to go with the flow, okay? And this is reminding me of, oh my gosh, the song that came to me last night. I said, this is crazy. But I started hearing the song Wade in the Water, okay? And I think wade means I remember Googling this one time, and I think to wade, because I was curious, and to wade I think means to just hover, just kind of like be still in the water. And I was hearing like, wade in the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. And I have chills. God's gonna trouble the water. And I was like, wow. I was like, I know that they were songs, slave songs, right? And they have turned it to hymns, and that's a whole different thing. But they were messages that were being sent out to each other. They were sending each other messages through humming and through singing. And let me not get emotional about this, but because I just had chills through my body. But I'm hearing that message again. I'm hearing like during the fourth the fourth quarter, you may need to just kind of like ride the waves, right? You may just kind of have to like wade in the water, because there could be some trouble. There could be like some sort of turbulence, and if you are still in the water while there's turbulence, the waves may take you under a bit, but you're going to be able to pop back up versus you fighting the current, right, and not being able to get back up. Okay, so like that's something that I'm kind of like feeling. And so you're being called to be in that divine feminine energy. When you're being called to rest, when you're being called to flow, when you're being called to go. Okay. Alrighty, let's see what your last message is, you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. We're going to get timing after this. I know this is very extensive, but I wanted to give you guys a very detailed 2026 forecast for your fertility journey. I hope that this is helpful. If you want to book a personal reading, like I said, I do have Mama New Year journey readings available, only a few for this year. So click down below to book that if you are interested. Okay, it's going to be extensive. We're going to look at each quarter as well as other journeys or other areas of your life during 2026. Okay, I think we look at love. I'm not sure we look at career, but I can't remember what exactly it entails. But I know love is one of the things that I did last year, and we were loving it. Okay, the goddesses were loving it. And a lot of things unfolded, if not all unfolded, for a lot of the goddesses that have reported back to me over the year. So I want to do it again this year for you guys. So if you're interested, the link to that is down below. And we have fertile bath soak. Didn't I say that? I think I did. Okay, so during your fourth quarter, you're being called to continue to soak in herbs or to be connected with nature. But we have heal in nature's blessings through herbal baths, Epsom salt, essential oils, etc. Are these the ones? Oh, I shuffled it. Dang. I have to go back and look. But I think essential oils came out for you guys, but I can't remember. Okay, so that is your last message for the fourth quarter for this reading. I'm going to see what months are significant for conception now. So let's look at the timing for pile number 2, Spirit. What are the high chance for conception months for them? We have Pisces season, which is February, March. Okay, definitely the beginning of the year, coming through with a pregnancy. Okay, that's exactly what I was saying here. We also have August, okay, which I think I did say was it the third? I think it was the third, right, guys? The second and third. I can't remember. I think it was the second and third. So this would be the third, August. So July, August, September. Um, let's see what else we have here. Let's get a couple of more. I'm hearing 2 more for you guys. We have July. So definitely July, August. Okay, September. So that is the second quarter of the year. And we have March, April, which is funny because it landed in front of Pisces season. So it was like, I fit over here. Okay, so definitely seeing strong energy for the beginning of the year and the middle of the year, like around summertime. Okay, July, August, and then we have February, March, April, and then we have July, August. Let me get one more. I know I heard 2 more, but let me get one more. I'm curious. Let's see. March. Okay. Strong March, you guys. All right. So that's what I've seen as far as strong months for potential conception. We even have September on the bottom of the deck, which just completes this July, August, September. So the first quarter and the second quarter is coming through very strong for potential conception for pile number 2. Okay. Let me know down below if you conceived during these months. Also know that these could be baby's birth time or birth months as well. So, it could align in that way too. So for example, if you were to give birth around March, April of the following year, that means you would have conceived around June, July. Okay, June, July of this year. If you were to give birth in September of the following year, you would conceive at the end of this year, which would be December, or the end of next year, which would be December. Okay, so like keep that in mind too, that it could align in that way. If that does align for you, definitely let me know. I would love to hear it in the comment section. Okay, remember this is your year of miracles. I am sending you so much love, light, and of course baby dust, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, my beautiful fertility goddesses who chose pile number 3. If you chose this beautiful light blue stone, then this is indeed your fertility forecast for the year 2026. I cannot believe I am saying that, but it's here, girl. It is here, okay? And I know that you are curious. You want to know, will this be the year that I conceive? Is my baby coming? I feel my baby coming. I feel like if you chose this pile, you feel them coming. You feel their energy around you. You've been in communication with them. I feel like you guys have a very, very close bond with each other. And not just you and baby, but I feel like it's you, baby, and like everyone else that is like a part of your circle. So this could be your partner, this may be your family in some way. I feel like, there's also this water energy. So water seasons could be significant for you, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or you could be a sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or your partner. But I just feel like, you guys are not really in pressure mode. You're in flow mode, or at least that's what spirit is wanting you to be in. Like, this is the energy of flow here in 2026. Maybe you're in pressure mode now, but when you move into 2026, you'll be more of in a flow. So we're going to go quarter by quarter. Okay. We're going to start off with the first quarter of the year, which is January through March. Then we'll do April through June. Then we'll do July through September, right? July, August, September. Yep. And then October, November, December. And we'll check in the energy on all quarters. Is there a possibility of pregnancy? And then we'll end your reading with some timing. So this will be like the highest months of conception for your specific pile. And yeah, remember this is a collective message, so everything may not resonate with you. If you are wanting to know more about your personal journey, I do have my Mama's New Year's Journey reading that is now available. You can click the link down below in the description box as well as in the comment section to book that personal session with me. Okay, so let's see what we have here for the first quarter. We have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so the Knight of Swords is showcasing as the overall energy for the first quarter of the year for you. Okay, so what I'm seeing here with this Knight of Swords energy, I feel like there's a lot of forward movement. I feel like there's some ideas that maybe you've been kind of gathering right now, and it's kind of like what I'm seeing is like gathering the seeds. you're not gathering the seeds because you've already gathered them. So I kind of feel like right now, or maybe sometime during 2025, you may have gathered some seeds, meaning you've gathered some ideas. You kind of have like this bank. I'm seeing like a bank of ideas that you kind of want to move forward with, or ways of moving forward, or even like things that you're doing to help shift your mindset, things that maybe you're doing to help increase your health, things that you're doing to help prepare yourself to be a mother or a father. And I feel like in 2026, the beginning of the year, you are going to put those into, you're planting those seeds, you're grounding them, you are putting them into the ground, you're nurturing them, and you're watching them sprout. But I feel like this is more so not more of the earth energy of watching them sprout, but more so of the doing, more so of the pursuing energy. Okay, so I see a lot of action oriented energy in the month of January, in the first quarter of the year for you surrounding your journey to baby, but you're definitely moving forward with something that you've learned about previously. Okay, something that you have gathered from the past. Now, the Knight of Swords energy can also be like a premature movement. So I feel like, some of you guys may actually move forward. We have medication and supplements. So some of you guys may actually move forward with something a little too early, maybe before looking into it fully or before understanding it fully, because you're like, you know what, I'm tired of sitting on this. Let me just move forward with it. So I feel like that may be the case as well. This could be surrounding medication or supplements. We have sword energy here. So you definitely could be working with a physician in the beginning. They could be the one inspiring you and encouraging you to do something. Maybe you haven't really heard much about it. It could be something that's new. It could be something that's just new for you, but you're quick to jump into it. I see things happening very quickly for you. I see things moving forward very quickly for you. And then bottom of the deck, we have positive pregnancy tests. Okay, so you could also be getting pregnant fairly quickly after starting these medications or these supplements. Okay, let's see what else we have here as the overall energy for the first quarter of the year for you. For pile number 3, Spirit, what is their overall energy for the first quarter of the year? How many cards do we have for 4? Let me just have one, please. Just one card. We have 2, which is fine. We have more Michael energy, or more Michael. Maybe Michael is a significant name for you, your partner, but more sword energy is what I was trying to say. In this deck, it is Archangel Michael that shows up as a sword, as protection, right? As communication, as cutting away the ties and the bonds and the stuck energy, if you will. And it says here, you can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. Exactly what you're doing. Okay, you're making exactly what you're doing. You're making a courageous choice to change your situation, but you may not be seeing things clearly. Okay, like literally that exact card. More Michael energy. Okay, but whatever it is that you're doing, it is helping you move forward. It says it's the light at the end of the tunnel. So whatever this is here is actually going to be the light that you have been looking for. It's going to help you be able to have a sigh of relief. You're gonna feel more less pressure on you. Like I said, more flow. This is exactly what this card is representing. Like you're moving away from like the turbulence energy where you have to really like row the boat right in the water. Like you have to really like work hard to keep on path. Instead, now the ocean is just kind of like pushing, the waves are just kind of like pushing you forward towards the path that you're meant to go to, and you're totally okay with that. It says here, new plans, relocation, or travel. So I do see you moving forward very quickly, like I said earlier. And the sword energy is actually one of the fastest like suits in the tarot. So definitely fast moving energy, fast paced energy here happening in the first quarter of the year. Definitely could have something to do with your like with a procedure. I feel this is more so lighthearted energy. It doesn't feel like it's like a surgery or anything like that. It feels more so like, you know what, my doctor suggested that I take this certain medication. I'm finally going to start taking it and start sitting on it. Or I've been feeling like I need to take a certain medication or a certain supplement. I'm going to actually implement, I like add this to my routine, or I'm actually going to be consistent with this. I'm not going to, it's kind of like an impulsive decision based on something that, a seed that's been planted in the past is what I feel like here. And now you're like acting on it. Okay. Let's see what else we have. I feel like I wanted to use another deck. I think that's it. Okay. Let's get your last, oh wait. Did I use this deck too? I think I did. I'm trying to remember what I used because I took a little pause before I continue with this reading. I think I used this deck. If not, we're using it today. Okay. Let's see what else is happening in for the first quarter for pile number one. Okay, so we have one, not pile number one. If you were attracted to pile number one, then go ahead and check it out. This is pile number three. We have the solar, not solar plexus, the sacral chakra. What is going on with my words right now? You could feel, and you could feel that way. So if you're new here, I take everything as like a message. So, um, the fact that I'm like jumbling up my words and I'm like trying to like kind of all over the place, like you may feel that way. You may feel like you're all over the place. Like you don't really know what you're doing. This is a new plan. This is something that you're not used to. It's something that you're not familiar with. But I see here that with the sacral chakra energy, we have the sacral chakra balance coming in, which is letting me know that there is some balancing energy that is being present, that is going to be present in your womb space. Okay, surrounding your reproductive system, surrounding your energy of creativity, passion, the orange energy. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here for that. And then we also have nature's nutrients: eat nuts, berries, seeds, and leafy greens. So during the first quarter of the year, I feel like you're going to really be into your health and preparing your physical body for pregnancy, whether that's through medications, through supplementing. I also heard vitamin C too when I was talking about orange energy. So this could be like literally taking certain vitamins that maybe you have been nutritionally lacking, okay, or you've been lacking, or you could be eating nature's nutrients to gather the nutrients that you've been lacking, your body has been craving. Okay, so let's see what we have here for pile for the second quarter of the year for pile number three. Spirit, what is the overall energy for the second quarter? We have the Three of Wands. I love to see it because that's showing me that you're experiencing growth, okay? Some of you guys may find yourself kind of isolating yourself. We have the Hermit energy on the bottom of the deck. So the Hermit energy is representing like kind of going, not kind of, but going within. This is solitude. This is spiritual, enlightenment and connecting with yourself and gathering advice and inner guidance, if you will. And so I feel like that may be something that you're feeling called to do more and more during the second quarter. You might be, feeling like, okay, enough for outside external advice. I'm now just going to go on my own path and take my own advice, and based on what my body is feeling and based on the growth that I've seen. Some of you guys are going to be looking back at like the things you started in the first quarter of the year and seeing how you want to kind of switch things up, how you kind of want to change things, what you want to leave behind, what you want to take with you moving forward, where you've seen growth and where you haven't. Kind of like a reevaluation energy is what it feels like here. Okay, some of you guys could definitely be relocating or traveling. This could even be like a new plans again. Okay, trying something new again, with this Three of Wands energy as well. Okay, I'm hearing be open and lighthearted along the way. So open-hearted and lighthearted. Be open to, trying new things, but also be open to sticking with something long enough so that you see growth. Okay, we also have making a decision. Yeah, so more decisions being made, like in the first quarter of the year. I see that you're making more decisions. We have focus on mental and emotional health. So if something wasn't working, if you have yet to get your positive pregnancy test, because like I said, there's definitely like some influence in the first quarter of a positive pregnancy test, whether you're going to be receiving it, or maybe this is why you're moving forward with this new idea, because maybe you took this impulsive action because someone else said this is what helped them get pregnant, right? They got their positive pregnancy test, or someone around you gets pregnant in the first quarter of the year, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to do this too because I want to get pregnant quickly as well. And I feel like you may have, there's a potential for pregnancy, but I feel like you may have experienced some sort of growth, but it wasn't exactly what you wanted. I'm seeing how the leaves have sprouted on these sticks right here, and I feel like, leaves take time, right? It takes time for leaves to sprout. It takes time for earth to grow. It's a slower moving energy. So I feel like maybe you're making another decision like, okay, well, what has been influencing my mental and emotional health positively, and what has been influencing it negatively? What do I need to keep? What do I want to take away? And I feel like that's what you're really evaluating during the second quarter of the year when it comes to your journey to baby. This could also be a decision that both you and your partner are wanting to make together, but I feel like this is definitely something that you're really asking yourself, and it's more of an internal mission than an external one. Let's see what we have here. Two of Cups, like I said, this is something that your baby is asking you to discuss with your partner with the Two of Cups energy. I feel like this is about two hearts coming together or two minds coming together, to bring in this alignment to welcome your baby earth side. This is also representing you and your higher self, especially with the Hermit energy. This is about you feeling in alignment with your journey. There may be something that you did, maybe with the supplements and medication, maybe that your body was like, that's not for us. I don't like the way it made me feel. And so you are deciding, you know what? what, I'm not going to move forward with that. I'm actually going to leave that one behind, and I'm just going to stick with something, the other things. We have two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. And I feel like that's about your journey to baby too. Like if you have yet to conceive, like you're being called not to give up. Once again, spirit was saying, yes, you have, one of the decisions is like, that you're needing to make is, are you willing to, stick with this, with whatever you're doing, right? Stick with what you've decided to do in the first quarter long enough in order to see growth. And so I feel like spirit is saying, like, don't give up on this dream that you have. Don't give up on the vision that you have, the alignment that is for you, right? Maybe you might give up too soon, okay? And I'm hearing, don't give up too soon. We have, hi mama, when was the last time you and daddy talked about me? I love joining the conversation. Yeah, so it's a lot of you and your partner talking, you and your partner discussing what's next, you and your partner, saying what's been helping you mentally and what has not been helping you mentally. Like there's a lot of that energy that's present here, and I feel like spirit is saying, do not ignore that, okay? That's going to be the highlight of your second quarter, is really communication, just making sure that you guys are in alignment with each other. Detoxing, okay? We have gut health. It says prebiotic and probiotic detox. So definitely detoxing is big, not just in the physical sense, but in the mental sense, emotional sense, and spiritual sense too. Okay, let's see what your third quarter is looking like for the year 2026, spirit, and their journey to baby. We have the Two of Wands. Okay, so we're going back to making more decisions. Interesting. The Three of Wands is more so like, and look at that's giving me really good vibes. I'm gonna actually lay this down here. So much fire energy. You could be a fire sign, sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, or your partner. But I see a lot of fire energy. You start the year off feeling very like gun ho, right? Very like, we're gonna get this done. This is our year, and then the energy kind of like fades away a little bit, but it's still fast. It's still passionate. You still feel inspired and passionate, but you're really starting to take things and you're grounding things a little bit more, right? Versus like, and I feel like not only are you grounding things a little bit more versus like being in the air, right? The Knight of Swords is more so of the air energy, more so of the wind. Like if you see a leaf get picked up by the wind and it just takes off in front of you, and you're like, whoa, that's crazy, right? Or you look at a tornado and you're like, oh, well, you don't look at it, right? But you may see it on like a video or something, and it's just going crazy whirlwind, right? Like that's the energy for the first quarter of your year. As you get into your second quarter, it slows down. It starts to ground a little bit. You start, really looking at those seeds that you planted, and you're like, okay, well, what's really good? Like, what do I really need right now in my journey to baby in order for me to see forward movement and growth? And then in your third quarter, you move into the space where you are really like grounding things. But I also see this heaviness here with the Two of Wands. He's actually holding the world in his hands. So I feel like this is more pressure. I feel like you still feel passionate, you still feel inspired, but now you're feeling the pressure. You may be feeling that because maybe the person that got pregnant in the beginning of the year or announced their pregnancy in the beginning of the year, this could be around Valentine's for some of you guys, or maybe a pregnancy announcement you see maybe from a family member or friend, and you may be like, oh my gosh, it's time for me to get pregnant. And I feel like the pressure that may lead to some pressure in the third quarter, which would be around the summertime for me, which would be July, August, September. Wherever you are in the world, it could be a different season, but I feel like that may lead to some pressure. You may be like, okay, like this person is about to give birth soon, I want our babies to be close. Or it could be that you're seeing multiple announcements, and you're like, when it's my turn, right? But it feels like there's some sort of pressure, but yet you are still feeling inspired, you're still feeling passionate, you're still going for it. Okay, we have another brand new beginning happening here. So what I feel like here, I'm hearing loop-de-loop, and I feel like what's happening for you guys every single quarter is like there's like a new fresh start that I feel like comes in a different way. Okay, and I don't know, I'm here, I saw like you guys know those Hot Wheels cars, like the racetrack, and it's like a big loop, and then a loop, or think of like a roller coaster, and it's like loop and loop and loop, right? I don't believe that there was any coincidence in me saying Hot Wheels race car as a first example, because I feel like that is so significant to what's going on. You may be feeling like you're in a race. You may be feeling like in 2026, like this is a year, you and your partner are like, this is a year, but you realize like the second quarter, you're like, wait a minute, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves mentally and emotionally. We got to slow down a bit. And then when you get into the third quarter, it's like you get some sort of like spark of inspiration. Like you get a new opportunity for conception, a new opportunity for, for pregnancy. Whether this is a shift in your mindset, this is a shift in what you're doing. You're grounding things more deeply. You're getting to the root of situations potentially. You may even be using natural interventions such as like herbs. Like you started off with like the medication and supplements, and now maybe you're using more of like the holistic version of things, or the herbalist version of things, or the naturopath version of things. You could also be implementing something else, such as a massage, such as using fertile bath soaks, right? Like you're taking baths with like herbs in them. Like there may be oils that you're implementing. Like I feel like there's some other new beginning here, or a new opportunity that is being presented to you for this baby to be conceived. But it feels light, it feels fresh, it feels bright, and it feels new. So let's see what else we have here coming through for your third quarter of the year when it comes to your journey to baby. Let's see, for pile number 3. I feel like 3s are magical for you, pile number 3, okay? Let's see, what do we have here? Positive pregnancy test. Look at that. Okay, I just said I feel like 3s are magical. So 3s are indeed magical for you. The third quarter of the year is going to be very magical for some of you. You're going to get your positive pregnancy test, okay? We have procedure on the bottom of the deck, so it could be after a procedure that you have done. It could even be like, I didn't really feel procedure energy here, but there is a lot of medical energy in the first quarter. So January, February, March, if you do have a procedure like an HSG, IUI, this feels more so like it could be that like IUI, something like that. But I'm not really seeing medical like in each pile, but I am seeing like a new start, a new beginning. So if you're doing like an IUI cycle, then another IUI, it could be like you're doing something again and again and again, right? Starting something over again and again. That is possible. But I feel like if it is a procedure in the beginning of the year, this is more so like an HSG or something that is meant to help make pregnancy happen easier, if that makes sense. So like if you get this, so for an HSG procedure, it's something that helps flesh out your tubes. Like they look at your fallopian tubes, but then they usually say like for the next 3 months after that you're more fertile, right? So I feel like whatever you guys do in the beginning of the year, maybe you do it in March, and then like April, May, June, July, you find out you're pregnant, right? It could be something like that, right? So like not April, May, June, July, but like somewhere between there, right? Or you conceive in June and find out you're pregnant in July, right? So like that's kind of what I'm seeing with this energy. That's what I'm feeling with this energy here. And I love it because we have the Ace of Wands. Like I said, there's a new opportunity, a fresh opportunity for pregnancy. The Two of Wands is definitely seen. So let me say what this is. The other thing I'm seeing too with the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands. Remember, I was like, oh my gosh, we went from the Three of Wands to Two of Wands. We went backwards. It's like you're lightening the load in a sense, right? Like there's more pressure for you with the world in your hands. You're like, oh my gosh, this is it. Maybe you're like, this is the last time we're gonna do IUI, or this is the last time that we are going to move forward in this way. Like, and then I'm gonna just like stop this altogether. Maybe I'm gonna take a break. Maybe I'm gonna stop because I could potentially, I'm gonna get married and I wanna, then I'll start, working on weight loss or something. Like it feels like maybe there's a break energy after the summer if you're not pregnant. Maybe you and your partner have this discussion and your partner's like, well, let's just focus on our vacation, or let's just focus on our wedding, or let's just focus on this if we're not pregnant by this date. And then we're gonna, move forward with A, B, and C. And I feel like you find out you're pregnant before that happens. But I do also feel like with the Two of Wands, the Three of Wands going to the Two of Wands, it lets me know that, there is some part of you that is like, okay, I'm gonna put down a wand, right? Maybe we're doing a little too much in this department. So let's lighten the load, let's declutter, right? You were detoxing in the second quarter. You decided to detox, right? You decided to let go of some things. You decided to release some things. You could have literally did like a detox for your body, like a gut health, like it says her gut health. You could have been working on your gut health and detoxing in that way. You may have did like a liver detox. You could have been doing like a dry fast. You could have been doing a water fast. You may have changed your diet and did like an inflammation based diet, anti-inflammation based diet, or anti-inflammatory diet, keto, like different things, like in that sense where the load is a little lighter in that department. But then you're like, okay, but the pressure's on, right? So I'm really gonna get focused. I'm really gonna stay focused. And I also feel this energy of like, not just that, but I also feel this energy of, what is it called, like losing weight. Even like you may have decided, I'm gonna like shed a few pounds, like like I'm going to separate myself from a certain energy that I surround myself with. something like that. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm feeling with that, and I love that for you because obviously it's working here for you. So pile number 3, I do see that you guys during the third quarter of the month, you may be finding out that you are pregnant or getting pregnant during that time frame. Okay, I love that. Let's see here. For very few or maybe 1 or 2 of you guys, there could be some procedure that you have once you find out you're pregnant too, or you could be going in for a procedure and you have to take a test to see if you're pregnant and you find out you're pregnant that way. Okay, like I'm seeing like a dental procedure or something, and then they're like, well, we need to make sure before we do this X-ray, before we do this or whatever, that you're not pregnant. So you're like, oh, let me just take this test, but you don't expect to be pregnant, but you are. It's like a happy surprise. Okay, look at that, you manifested your baby. It says, hi mama, our energetic connection is so strong. Keep manifesting me. And like I said, there's so much energetic energy here with the wands. That's definitely like energy. That's like energetic things, action-based things. So whatever you were doing, you were manifesting your baby. If you felt like you wanted to, you may have started it during the second quarter, or you're being called to like to start it. This could be like a fertility ritual. This may be doing like I'm seeing like a fertility candle. So maybe lighting a fertility candle every new moon, or the new moon and the full moon, doing a ritual that is specific for fertility. I love working with the moon's energy. I just feel like it's such a beautiful feminine energy that just screams fertility and pregnancy. So I love working with the moon, but you can also work with the sun's energy. You can also work with different elements. You can work with all the elements. Okay, you can do fire, water, earth. What am I missing, guys? Wind. Um, or air, right? Air, and spirit. Okay, so like you can work with all of those energies all together if you would like. Okay, but it's really up to you. But I do feel like you have some sort of manifestation ritual in 2026 that actually leads you to your pregnancy as well. Okay, because baby's like, you manifested me, mommy. Like, don't be surprised. Okay, and then let's see here for the last message, we have release toxins. Yeah, I told you. Oh wow, it literally says detox the liver. Certain things. Yeah, I made these cards, but I forget what they say, guys. It says detox the liver. Certain things such as hormones can have a hard time balancing when they're in excess. Time to release. Yeah, you detoxed. Okay, you detoxed. This detox here that came through in the second quarter definitely has created a pregnancy, a possible pregnancy in the third quarter, and that's what I was feeling like with the HSG, or like the procedure that happened in the beginning of the year, whatever you pursued. If it was a procedure, like it's something that can help you later on, right? It's something that doing this is going to make the chances of getting pregnant easier for your body. Just like detoxing, working on your gut health is going to make it easier for your body to receive a pregnancy. Detoxing, I heard recently from an herbalist that your liver. Oh, and then also one of the goddesses here in our community, she was telling me, I think she heard it from this herbalist too, but she was saying that your body, is harder for your body to absorb the teas and the herbs and everything that you're putting into your body, all the healing that you're putting into your body, if the liver is congested. So you have to like detox your liver. And so like, of course you want to connect with a healthcare professional, or more so a naturopath or an herbalist, to get more details on that for yourself. But that's what I was hearing. And I feel like for some of you guys, this is what works for you. Okay. In 2026. So if you've been feeling that, you've been sitting on that, you've been thinking about that, you've been feeling like I need to detox, but you just have been like stubborn and like, oh, I really don't want to do that. Like that could be the thing that is preventing you from getting pregnant at this time, or at least causing a delay in your pregnancy. I don't want to say preventing, but delaying it, because your body's having a harder time to, I'm hearing metabolize, but your body is having a harder time to process certain, I think that's the same word, but I'm not sure, to process like the hormones, or to like release what isn't needed, and then like work with what is needed, if that makes sense. So that could be the thing that some of you guys are missing. Okay, so now this is the part where we get a little congested here. So what I'm going to do, actually, you know what? It's not too congested. I'm just going to kind of move things over a bit. So we'll just kind of bring it in like that. That works for me. And bring it in like that. Awesome. Now we're going to get your fourth quarter of the year. Usually the last two times I just kind of like pull the cards away, but this works. Okay, that way I can see them all still. But let's see what we have here for quarter four. This is the end of the year. A lot of you guys have gotten your positive pregnancy test, okay? So this could be like pregnancy energy. So we have the Five of Swords, which does represent disagreement. It does represent like a lose-lose situation, okay? Arguments as well, okay? Not seeing eye to eye with someone. So this could be between you and your partner. This may be you and your doctor. I am seeing with the Hierophant energy here, okay? So you and your doctor may not be on the same page about something. You may find that you want to work with a new doctor. This is literally a year of new beginnings for you guys. Every single quarter, there's something new that you implement, you try, you do differently. I cannot make this up. Like literally under the Hierophant, we have the Ace of Swords, which is another new beginning. But this is one that comes with like objectivity. This is one that comes from objectivity. This is the one that comes with logic. It's also a breakthrough. I'm hearing a break in the case. Okay, so it's like a breakthrough, something that you've been trying to create for a very long time. If I'm speaking to a mama who has experienced recurrent loss, I feel like you may be working on something or connecting with your doctor so that you can have a healthy pregnancy. Of course, I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying that you will have a healthy pregnancy because I cannot say that. But the Ten of Pentacles is representing a lot of stability, and I love to see it in a pregnancy reading because it lets me know that there's a lot of strong energy surrounding this pregnancy, a lot of security surrounding this pregnancy. This is a card that represents generational wealth. So if you take it for a pregnancy, if you take it in the sense of a physical body, this is long and strong, okay? Like with the Ten of Pentacles representing generational wealth, that means that money's not going anywhere, right? That means that this money is in the family, it's a legacy. And I feel the same thing when it comes to reading for pregnancy reading. And when this card comes out, I do feel like that means that this pregnancy is not going anywhere, right? It's here for the long term. So I do see that, okay, for some of you guys. But I feel like this is what you're more so working towards with this doctor, and it could be why you are, Five of Swords also can represent, I feel like in this case, in this instance, in this reading, it feels to me like the Five of Swords is representing like you may feel like your body is like not coherent with the pregnancy. Like you may feel like you may start to spot, you may start to cramp, you may start feeling like you did when you had a previous miscarriage, or and that could also cause you to mentally not be okay with what's happening. So you may start to panic, you may start to have anxiety or worry about it, which causes you to contact your doctor, and your doctor's like, hey, let's do this so that we can have this, right? Let's your doctor gives you a new idea, your doctor gives you some sort of solution so that you can have a strong body, and a strong body that supports your baby and your pregnancy. Okay, so that is something that I feel like you may experience during the fourth quarter for those of you guys who are pregnant. For those of you guys who are not, I feel like you are having a difficult time. If you're not pregnant yet, you're like, okay, we started off this year gung-ho, like ready to go. We figured we'd be pregnant by now, and it's not happening. It's now October, November, or December, and we need some additional help. So you go to your doctor, you guys have a very serious conversation, you decide to move forward with some sort of procedure. This could definitely be IUI or IVF. It is something that may cost some money. I feel like with the Ten of Pentacles, something that maybe costs a hefty investment, but it's like you're like, okay, this is what we have resulted to, or this is what we want to move forward with. For some, I did say resulted, and I don't like that phrase, and I don't even like just saying that in regards to this, like we're moving into this, but I feel like that's where some of you guys are talking about with your partner. And was it this one? I think it was the second quarter. You may be like, okay, if we're not pregnant by this time, then maybe we're gonna do IUI or IVF, right? Like I was picking up, like maybe it was kind of like the pressure was on, right, in the third quarter, where you're like, okay, this has to happen now or else. And it could be because you're like, okay, if we're not pregnant by the end of the year, we're gonna start saving for IUI or IVF, or we're going to take the money that we've saved and we're going to do an IUI or IVF procedure. And I feel that energy here coming through for some of you guys if you're not pregnant already. Okay, let's see what else we have here for pile number 3, quarter 4. Quarter 4. I'm getting all tongue tied. Let's see what we have here. Pile number 3, quarter 4. Happy changes. Okay, so I love that. So regardless of where you are in your journey, I do see that you're going to have some happy changes coming into your journey to baby in the last quarter of the year. We have special time with your partner, so this could also be where you're even slowing down even more to spend sacred time with each other, you and your partner. Whatever this is that you guys are moving forward with, I do feel like it'll be worth it. I feel like it'll be a great investment, and I also feel like, this is something that that is going to help you and your partner grow closer to together with. And the five of swords can be that you and your partner may not be seeing eye to eye. You may be having to go back and forth and have a couple of conversations before you see eye to eye. Your partner may be like, okay, we said in the beginning of or in the middle of the year that if we weren't pregnant by this time that we would start the procedure, and you may be like, no, not yet. But I feel like through communication, like it's so important to have an open like line of communication with your partner, and also be understanding. Energy is fluid. It doesn't have to be that you guys have a disagreement, or that you guys are that you have a fallout, because I don't really feel a fallout. I do feel like a conversation that gets a little heated, and then you guys come back together and you guys kind of work it out or work through it. But that can be the journey sometimes. That can be the journey. It's not all cuddles and rainbows the whole time. It can definitely be ups and downs, and it can definitely make you question your relationship sometimes. And some of you guys may get to that point, but I do feel like you're coming to this realization, like, dang, like we really let this like influence our relationship with one another, and therefore you decide to take a step back, and you decide to be like, okay, like hold on, which is why I think it's such a great idea to get like a personal reading. If you're thinking about it, of course, I'm not trying to influence you to do so. I only have a few sessions anyway, because these readings take a lot of energy from me. But I love to do them because I love to give you like a forecast of what could potentially be happening for you in 2026. But not just that, the prediction is cool, but the guidance is even better. And I love that because since energy is fluid, Spirit loves to give us like, hey, this could happen, but this is the advice surrounding it. And if I give you this advice, if you take this advice, then you could potentially miss this altogether, right? You know what I mean? So it's like you don't even have to like. I've done readings for myself, myself, with myself. Yes, I have, but with myself, for myself, and I've like gotten advice from my spirit babies and my spirit team, and I I'm like, this doesn't even resonate like with me right now, like, and usually I put it to the side until later, put it in my back pocket, because I'm like, I know it's gonna resonate soon, but or whenever it is, but it's not right now. And then something like a week or two later or later will happen, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what that was about. And it's so funny to me because I'm like, I know what to do because I got that reading from myself or even from other people too. But when I pull a couple cards for myself, I'll get the advice, and then I'm like, I don't really know. Like, I'm kind of feeling this energy, but not really. And then when it happens, I'm like, this is why Spirit was saying A, B, and C. I get it. And so I feel like, that's something that is really beneficial for you, or beneficial for anyone, really, when they're on a journey, especially one that can be so up and down like this one. Okay. So like I said, if you're interested in booking a personal session with me, the link to that is down below, for the Mama's New Year Journey reading. Okay. Let's see what else we have coming through for your fourth quarter. What are we looking at for the fourth quarter? Okay. Five of Cups energy is what flipped over, so I'm going to take that one. There were a few cards that fell. What is this one Spirit's bringing my attention to? Six of Wands. Okay. So there's this energy here of loss, of grief, of frustration, sadness. Okay. But I also feel like you are finding opportunities, like it says here, to embrace happiness. You're releasing the regret. This is more of a detoxing energy, but it's more of an emotional detox. Five of Cups can represent like you having a hard time moving away from the past because it's future you're not really sure about, and you're not even really thinking about the future. You're more so thinking about like what did not happen. And you may find that you're in that period of time, or you may find that you experience that along your journey to baby, in the fourth quarter. But your spirit team is saying congratulations, because you are going to be moving into this phase in your journey that is so successful with the Six of Wands here. Okay. You're being asked to move on to the next project, whatever this is here in your journey to baby. Now the Five of Cups, I do not want to predict a pregnancy loss, but it could represent a pregnancy loss. Like it's a possibility of it representing that. And if that's the case, then Spirit is saying, you have the support, you will have the support that you need to help you get into the next phase of your journey and also conceive again. I do feel that energy with the Six of Wands being present too. It's like, even though your pregnancy may have been short-lived, there is another pregnancy to come, and that's not for everybody. This is only if it fits for you. You will not know that it fits for you until it happens. So please do not be like, oh my gosh, my pregnancy. Like, no. Okay. There may be one or two of you who experience that. There may be none of you. Okay, this is a collective reading, but I do have to say it because I am hearing it. And then the other thing that I'm seeing here, though, is like whatever this grief was, like whatever middle stage of your journey you're in. So whether you're trying to conceive or you are pregnant at this time, 5 represents the halfway mark, right? It's a halfway mark. It's like we have a choice. We can go backwards or we can go forward, right? And Spirit is saying, please move forward. Okay, you're doing a great job. You're doing everything you're supposed to do. Keep moving forward. We have promotions, letting me know you're moving on to the next. So if you're in your first trimester, you're moving to your second trimester. Okay. If you're in the trying to conceive phase, you're moving to the pregnancy phase. And so Spirit is really encouraging you and inspiring you to keep going. The 6 of Wands also represents like an energy of all eyes on me, kind of like in the spotlight energy. And I feel like, you guys are definitely going to be, having a lot of eyes, a lot of support, all eyes on you type energy. And this especially right here when you are working with your doctor, okay? Because I see close working with you guys are working closely with a doctor, or you are what is it called? Working with a doctor, or being monitored, being guided very closely by somebody, okay? And I feel like this person or this team is who you are needing to help support you along this journey, okay? All right, let's see. Last few messages here, Spirit. We have Spirit Baby Connection. Okay, so you're going to be in deep connection with your Spirit Baby during the last quarter of the year. Oh my gosh, I feel so special and so sacred, especially because we had a special time with your partner. So it just feels like such a harmonious energy between the 3 souls. Okay, the 3 souls, you, your partner, and your baby. And then we have healing oil. So you're in a phase of healing as well in the 4th quarter of the year, okay? Whether this is emotional healing, because I feel that energy here. Mental healing, okay? Working on your mental health and your emotional health is so important during 2026. Do not ignore it. As well as physical healing, because we have, of course, the oils here. So castor oil, avocado oil, coconut oil, essential oils. You could be working with these different oils or a few of them to help you throughout the year or the last quarter of the year. Okay. Alrighty, I'm loving this. So now we're gonna get some timing as we end your reading. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Okay. You can write, let me see, I'm trying to think, what can we write in the comments? I keep hearing I claim my baby, okay, or my baby is coming in 2026. So you can write either of those. I claim my baby. Oh, that's a good one, Spirit. That is a really good one. I am healed, okay? I feel like a lot of goddesses in this pile can resonate with that energy. I am healed. I am healed, okay? Mind, body, and spirit, I am healed. I love that, okay? So let's go ahead. I just flipped one over, but I didn't set the intention. So let me set the intention. This is for, do I have all of my cards here? I just want to make sure I have everything and not just a few specifics. Yeah, I think we're good on it all. Let me double check, because we have 2 different parts to this deck. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, yep, I'm good. So let's see what we have here. As far as months, these are going to be months of high fertility for you and the year 2026 for pile number 3. Spirit, if they're watching this pile, what months are high for potential conception? Potential conception for 2026, Spirit. We have April, okay? So April, that would be the 2nd quarter of the year for you. Okay, we also have Cancer season, June, July, which is the 3rd quarter, which is when we got pregnancy for you. So definitely strong connection to the end of the 2nd quarter, beginning of the 3rd. I think I actually said that. I think some of you guys said some of you guys could be doing something in June that leads to like a pregnancy in July, or no, January. And then I was like a HSG, they're like the next couple of months you'll be really fertile. So it could be like you do something in January and then like March, and then something, and then April, May, June, and then June you get pregnant. So that could definitely be the case for somebody here, okay? Because we have March, April is really significant. We also have July, August, heavy summer, okay, heavy Cancer, Leo energy here. So it's 3rd quarter, showing up strong for pregnancy. Let's get two more time frames. We have Taurus season, April, May. I'll put that over here. Okay, so April, May. So that's second quarter. And we have August. Wow. So second and third quarter, you guys. Okay, coming through very strong for potential pregnancy for this pile. This is what I have for you guys. I'm sending you so much love, light, and of course, baby dust for your journey. If you want to write down below how this resonates with you, or if you're excited for this upcoming year, how you're going to conquer anything that you run into, any obstacles that you face, you are going to be able to overcome them. If you're claiming your baby in 2026, put that in the comments. I claim my baby in 2026, and I will see you in my next reading, and I hope to work with you one-on-one as well. Bye. Hello, my beautiful fertility goddesses who chose pile number 4. Welcome to your reading, goddess. Thank you so much for trusting me with your messages and trusting me with guiding you through your journey to baby in the year 2026. I am so excited. Let me actually move this crystal because you are not the blue crystal. You are the green crystal. I'm so excited to be doing this reading for you guys today. So excited. Okay, so, excuse me. These readings have been extensive, so hang out to the end if you can. If not, come back and listen to it later, but I recommend just listening to it through all the way through. You could save it to a playlist and come back and listen quarter by quarter, but yeah, just in case we get busy, we may not come back. And spirit may have some guidance for you, like I was telling the last pile number 3. I was telling them sometimes predictions are cool and all, but the guidance is really what matters in each reading, because spirit's going to say, this is happening, this is going through, this is what's going to happen, but energy is so fluid that the guidance that is present, so for example, if it's something that you don't want to happen or it comes through, it's predicted to happen, but spirit will give you advice and guidance so that you can shift the energy so that what you do want to happen will happen, if that makes sense. So I definitely recommend listening to each quarter. And then we'll get some timing at the end as well if you're wanting to know which months are high in potential conception for you, high fertile months for you next year. We're doing that as well. And then I also have a Mama's New Year journey reading, which I only have a few spots available for this upcoming year. I do it every year. Well, I've done it the last 2 years. This is my 3rd year doing Mama's New Year journey, and the goddesses love it. You guys love it, and I love it too. But it does take a lot of energy from me. So I'm only going to be offering this to a few goddesses this year. And it's a full overview of your entire 2026. Just like this one, it's going to be quarter by quarter. It will also be love journey messages, general messages, the transformations you're going to experience. It's a lot, y'all. Okay. And it's only $77. So check it out for now. Okay. It's $77. So hopefully you guys are watching it when I post this video, because it's only $77 at this time. And once the sessions that I have available are gone, it'll be gone. It'll be done until 2027. Okay, so so check it out if you're interested. But anyways, enough of that chit chat. Okay, chitty chit chat. We are going into your pile now. You have Bloodstone. Okay, which I feel like I'm hearing purity, y'all. I'm hearing purity. I have this tea from the Goddess collection. Some of you guys may know Crystal, the alkaline goddess, and I love her products. Her products, the Mama Goddess products, all of that. Okay, it's all amazing. My family drinks her stuff, uses her stuff. We just got the inflammation ease oil, and my mom loved it. And so we use her products all the time, and she has something called Blood Purifier, a tea called Blood Purifier. It's also like a lotion, and I don't know if she has it in an oil, but I think it's just a lotion and then the tea. But anyways, I heard purity, and I feel like there's something here with Blood Purifier, or purifying your blood. I'm hearing sanctity, but I don't really know what that is representing. Sanctity. This is reminding me of the purification of, ooh, this was like a whole new world type of thing. I feel like some of you guys are completely done with how you've been doing things in the past, in your journey to baby, or this is going to be a brand new journey for you. This is your first time trying to conceive, you're thinking about it. You're 2026 is the year that I want to start my journey. Excuse me, because I'm hearing there's a fresh, clean slate. Okay, some of you guys, it's you've been trying to conceive, but you're We're leaving everything 2025 and beyond in 2025, and we're starting all the way over. I heard all the way the heck over, okay, in 2026. Like, we are starting completely over in 2026. That's what it's giving. Like the blood purifier tea or the herbs that she uses, like it literally cleanses the blood. The blood is the flow in the body. You don't have blood in your body, you're not alive, right? So it's like cleansing life, like a new life, and this is in various areas of your life in 2026, y'all. This is not just your fertility journey. This feels like a brand new you, like a brand new you inside and out. The way you do things, the way you think about things, the way you interact with people, the people that you interact with, you're cutting people off, you're starting new friendships, you're finding your soul family, you're being completely honest with those around you, you're being completely honest with yourself. You and your partner are doing things differently, maybe relocating, maybe getting a new job. Like there's all these new things that are happening for you in your life in general, and you're feeling like it's almost like you forget or you just wash away all the things that happened 2025 and before, and you're like, we're not taking that energy into 2026. We're not going to even, it didn't happen. Like it just didn't happen. So it's like a fresh clean slate. Okay, so let's see if we get the Fool in your reading, you guys, I would not be surprised. But this card here, I have not seen it yet. It is representing your first quarter of the year. So let's see what we have here. The Death card. Oh my gosh. The Death card. What is that? Maybe some, I don't know what it is. Some makeup or something. But we have the Death card, you guys. That is crazy. Maybe it was a smudge of like soot from my sage as well. Okay, saging, cleansing. Okay, like I said, like you guys, this is what this is. It's a completely like renewal. Exactly. Thank you, Spirit. I had not seen this card. I was just going off of hearing purity from the bloodstone crystal, or stone. Wow, I'm in shock right now. I'm literally in shock. Like that is like I don't need to tell you anything else because that is literally the first quarter of your journey to baby. Like you're starting over with the rebirth energy. You have this renewal. Like a part of you has like literally died. Okay, like not of course in the physical because I would never predict that, but not intentionally. But like a part of you has like you've released yourself, you've let go, like a part of you is done with. Like you're done with it. You're done. You're done. You're done. Wow. Let me see what else is coming through, you guys. This is crazy. I'm literally in shock. Like I did not see any of these cards that I pre-selected or pre-shuffled. Y'all, what is happening here? First quarter of 2026. Like they are not playing. They are not playing. Celebration or announcement. I heard I'm coming through with a new me. Okay. I'm coming through with a new me. Watch out. We have being spontaneous. You are finding yourself again, is what it feels like here. Like you are making announcements. You're, telling people like, I'm hearing you get a car, you get a car, you get a car, but it's like you get cut off, you can stay, right? Like that's what it feels like here. It feels like, I'm just not putting up with anything anymore. If it's not aligned, it has to go. As a matter of fact, it doesn't have to go. I'll go. You don't have to leave. I'm gonna leave. Like I'm gonna walk away. You know what I mean? The Death card, like on this card, like there are people, there's like one person that's laying here like they've died, and then there's like people that are pleading, like he's like, I'm so rich and wealthy, like please don't kill me. But the death doesn't see that. Death doesn't see that. Death comes for everyone eventually, right? Because the physical body has to go, right? The spirit will always live. But with the Death card energy being present, it feels like, and then celebration announcement. So those of you guys who were afraid that it was literal death, like celebration or announcement, okay? It's not death, okay? It's not that energy. I mean, it could be celebration of life, but I feel like it is more so like I don't feel like you're celebrating, like there isn't. I mean, let me just say, with these two cards together, it could be that there is someone who passes in the beginning of the year, like someone close to you. Okay, this feels like a revelation though. This feels like maybe you've heard of someone. This honestly, you guys, this is crazy. But honestly, what this feels like, it feels like a public figure or it feels like a celebrity or something, like something that makes big news in the first quarter of the year. So if that happens, y'all, okay, let me know. But January, February, March, okay, let me know because I don't be watching the news, y'all. But it feels like it could be something really big like that. And it makes you have like a new, like I'm hearing new lease on life. So it's almost like it gives you like this sense of like, oh my gosh, like I need to like do more for myself. It gives you like this sense of like, like I need to live. Like I'm tired of living how I was living. I need to live. And so you're making announcements, you're celebrating yourself, you're celebrating your life, you're enjoying life. Like that's what this is giving here. Um let's see what else we have coming through for you in the first quarter of your the first quarter. We have Nine of Pentacles. Yes. Okay. Independent energy. You're stepping away. Wow. It's interesting. Your dreams are fulfilled. Hard work leads to great success. A love for the beautiful things in life. Yeah. Literally. Period. Okay. Like you are loving life. How is this in relation to the fertility journey, though? What's going on here? This feels like more, first quarter feels more so like it's about you. You're making room. You may have been on this journey for some time, like I said, for some of you guys, and you're like, because what it feels like is like you're like, you know, like forget that, like I haven't been living, I need to live, right? Or you look back on the past 2 years of your life and you're like, I haven't really been living. I have been living for other people, or I have been living for my future children because I've been trying to manifest them or get them to come earthside, right? But I haven't been living for me. So some of you guys may have this wake up call, this revelation in the beginning of the year 2026, and you're like, and even with that 9 too, you're like, I am leaving all of that other stuff behind and I am like riding into the wind here, okay? Like I'm freeing myself in this way. Nine of Pentacles is a very independent energy, meaning that you're not relying on anyone. You're not dependent on anything. You are doing your due as you do. And you are getting your dreams fulfilled at whatever cost. It, of course, not with no harm to anyone, right? But with harm to none, y'all. But I definitely feel like, you know, part of you is like you're tired of being like this mousy, like we have the throat chakra. I'm hearing you're being vocal. So like you're tired of being like, you guys, what is this line on my hand? I don't even know where that came from. But can you see it? I'm getting distracted. You're tired of being like this, you know, this mousy, quiet version of yourself, kind of just letting life happen to you. Thank you, Spirit. And you're taking back the reins, okay? You're done with that energy, okay? You're being more vocal. Your throat chakra is activated, okay? Spirit is saying, you know, balance that out a bit. Okay, some of you guys, it's not that you're quiet, it's that you're loud. So some of these things you need to do in silence. You need to move in silence, okay? Everybody doesn't need to know everything, but there will be some sort of like conversations that need to be had so that you set your boundaries, so that you, and there's a statement that I heard that hopefully, I pray that I never forget, that boundaries are not for the other person, they're for you. So boundaries are for you. When you set boundaries, say, for example, you say, I am only going to spend a certain amount of time talking to this one person because their energy is toxic, right? But I have to talk to them because they're my coworker, or I have to cooperate with them, right? So you may say, I'm just going to just talk to them just about the project that I'm working on at work, and that's it, and I'm not talking to them about anything else. Well, you don't have to necessarily announce that to them. You can and say, you know, I really just want to talk about the project. I don't want to talk about our relationships. I don't want to talk about da 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 anymore, because you don't have to say because. Like, you can just say, I just want to keep it strictly professional. And once you do that, like, they have a choice to respect it or not. But guess what? You will always respect it. You will always respect that line. And a lot of times we don't respect our own boundary line because we feel uncomfortable. We feel like if I say something, then they're not going to like me. If I say something, they're going to judge me. If I say something, like, then they're going to have this certain thought about me. But who cares, really? Who cares? Like, if it's something that is bothering you so bad, say it, tell them. And then once you tell them, then it's up to them to be like, you know, however they react, they react. However they respond. Hopefully, if they love you, hopefully, if they respect you, they will respond, you know, accordingly and be like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, we don't have to talk about that. Let's just move forward with the project. Let's get it done, you know, and that's that. But if they don't, then it's up to you. Every time that conversation starts turning left, you bring it back right. And you say, oh, remember, we're just going to talk about the project. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But what's happening is, by you doing that, you are setting boundaries for your own, you're setting boundaries for your own limitations, your own, for your own protection, for your own energy, okay, so that you can keep your energy at a certain vibration. But let's see what else is happening, because I mean, we're pretty much at the end of like getting cards for your first quarter, and I'm not really picking up like anything pregnancy related. It's more so like you're working on yourself, like preparing yourself for this baby. For some of you guys, like I said, this is going to be the first time that you tried to conceive, or you're like just jumping into this journey. But you're not really jumping, you're moving into it, slowly moving it, not slowly either, just smoothly moving into it. But maybe you aren't really going to focus more so on that in the first quarter. What could be happening in the first quarter though is you maybe like with the conversations that we were talking about here, some of you guys are going to be focusing more so on, like I said, yourself, on vacationing, on getting dreams fulfilled, promotions, working on career, more focused on, like, you have other focuses that are like overshadowing your fertility journey. But in the background, you're like doing like the smaller things, smaller arrangements. Like, I'm hearing like everyone does need to know about this, right? Once again, keep it to yourself. There's like this, you don't actually just talk to it with your partner, maybe like one other person, like if you have to talk to it with one other person, a friend, a family member, someone you trust that doesn't run their mouth, they're not a gossiper, someone who understands the power of energy and keeping it, secluded, and holding it like in space. Like, that's what I feel like here. But the beginning of the year kind of feels like you're waking up and you're realizing like, wow, I've really been missing out on this, or I feel like I've been missing out on this, so I'm going to take my power back and I'm going to like go forward with something else. I'm going to keep my focus on this, which is you, really. Okay, and then we have meridian points here. So we have EFT, which is EFT is for tapping, I believe, acupressure, even acupuncture, okay? But it says stimulate the energy, which is the chi, within your body to create a flow of energy throughout your body. So you're really working on your inner self so that you can prepare your outer self for pregnancy, is what I feel here. You're doing things that are going to bring in this sense of relaxation, sense of happiness, fulfillment, enjoyment, and different things. And I feel like, I get it. Thank you, Spirit. What's happening here is, especially if you've been trying to conceive already, in the past, you may have put your fertility journey first. You may have put yourself second, meaning that, the things that you did, they were in spite of, things that potentially get pregnant, help you get pregnant. But then you came second. So even if you didn't really like it or it wasn't enjoyable, you still did it because it was going to help you get pregnant potentially. Your perspective is shifting, where now I'm seeing like the Two of Pentacles, where it's like the trying to figure out what's the priority. You are the ultimate priority, and your fertility journey is coming second. It's not that you're not focusing on that. It's not that you're not giving it any attention. It's just that you're focusing on what you need at this time. You're doing things that stress you out less. You're doing things that actually promote relaxation. You're doing things that you may go get like acupressure or acupuncture done, but it's not going to be strictly for fertility. It's going to be overall wellness, overall health, mental health, physical support, and that is just going to accumulate, and create this like this space, this little nest, if you will, right, of energy that is magnetic to conception, if you will. Okay. So that's what I see. I see like you're doing things differently. Like I was hearing before, like everything that you did in the past, like it's gone and done. It's dead, literally. Like, and like you're starting the year off. This could be your New Year's resolution as well. Like, I want to be more relaxed. I want to experience more freedom. I want to have more time for myself. I want to, self-care is important. Self-love is important. This is the year that I become a mother, but because I'm hearing like when you become a mother, or when you add onto your family, like however you like conceive this child, or like whatever energy you're in when you conceive this child, is the same type of energy you'll be in the beginning phase of your motherhood journey. And I feel like with this baby, I feel like it's so important that you are in the phase where you put yourself first, because this baby is going to need a lot, is what I feel. I feel like you're going to need to give a lot of time and attention to your baby, but if you haven't learned how to balance things out, prioritize yourself first, then that baby is in trouble. Okay, because when it comes down to it, if it's you or your baby, you would always put your baby first, which of course, you're going to put your baby's going to be side by side with you, right? But you can't feed your baby if you're passed out. You feel me? Like, you have to feed yourself first. Like, you have to give yourself first. You have to fuel yourself with what you need in order for you to be able to even take care of your child in the way that they need, so that you're mentally sane, you have the right, energy levels, so there are certain things that the body can tolerate, but there are certain things the body just cannot go without. And I feel like if you would have conceived previously, you would have been in depletion mode, and you would have conceived in depletion mode because you would have been giving your all to your journey to baby. When you got pregnant, your pregnancy would have had the same vibe, the same energy. And when you gave birth to your baby, the first couple of months, maybe even the first couple of years of your motherhood journey would have had the same vibe, the same energy of depletion. And in the beginning of this year, you're like, no, that's done. You're like, forget that. Like, I'm out of here. I'm kicking that out of here. I'm going someplace else, or they're going someplace else, right? And so now you're in a more fulfilling space where you are putting yourself first. You're fulfilling your energy, and it's going to magnetize your pregnancy to you. Okay, so that's what that first quarter is looking like. It really feels like a 180 for you. It feels like you're doing things 100% different. Let's see what the second quarter of the year is looking like for you, 2026 spirit, for their fertility journey. What are we looking at here? Okay, woo, I love it. So we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. 8, okay, very abundant energy, of course. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, here's where we get moving. Here's where we start pursuing our ideas, moving forward to things, implementing things, okay? We could be moving a little faster than we need to, maybe a little bit, okay? Because I am feeling like this energy of what is it called? Like impulsiveness too. But nonetheless, I see that we're in this state of longevity. We're in it to win it, if you will. Eight of Pentacles is a card of practice makes perfect, or the more that you give time and energy and investment into, the better the results will be, or the better chances you have of getting the results that you're wanting. So I feel like you're doing that, or you could be walking away from that. Are we walking away from that, Spirit, with the Eight of Cups? I feel like we're walking away from the things that are no longer like making us happy. Like I said here, like you're still moving away from the things that are no longer making you happy or no longer fulfilling you, and you're moving to what does fulfill you. But the Eight of Pentacles is showing me that you're spending more time on the things that fulfill you and spending less time on the things that don't. Okay, so I do see that energy for you. Let's see what this second quarter is also bringing you, okay, when it comes to your journey to baby, because you are definitely leaving the things behind that are not fulfilling you. Like, this is 100% confirmation here with this Eight of Cups energy, and you're giving more time and energy to things that help you feel creative. Like, this is like you're nurturing the things that help you feel alive. Okay, it's what it feels here. We have two cards that came out. It says letting go and negative pregnancy test. So these two came out together. So it could be that you're doing these two things separately. So it could be that you have, like, you are letting go of the past. Once again, the things that, like I said, that are not fulfilling you. And then you may also get a negative pregnancy test in the month of this second quarter. So that's what, March? No. April, May, June, okay, of the year. Sometime during there, you may be getting negative pregnancy tests. But the fact that they came out together is what I'm truly feeling with this message, is that you're letting go of all the times that you received a negative pregnancy test. You're no longer dwelling on that. You're not focusing on that. You're not giving that yourself that time and attention. Look at that, back on track on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you are, and this may come from through counseling, through working with a counselor, a professional, or even just having conversations with others who are uplifting and who are also on a similar journey of releasing the past that was very negative, because I feel like that's what you're letting go of. Anything that is negative, you're also releasing that in your mind, I feel, as well. You're not focusing on the what if I don't get pregnant, the what if I get a negative pregnancy test, the what if this is not a viable pregnancy, the what if of negative. You're more so focusing on the positive what ifs, like what if this is the month, what if I put in all this energy and work and hard work and it actually pays off, what if I do nothing and I just get pregnant spontaneously. Like, you're giving yourself these what if scenarios that are putting you back on track with joy, happiness, and fulfillment. But you're learning how to, I feel like in the month, or in these months here, you're learning how to weave in trying to conceive with your own happiness. You're not just substituting one for the other. You're not replacing one for the other. You're just weaving it together. We also have medical intervention is a big part of your journey. So you could be working with a medical professional as well. Okay. And we have mama, don't be afraid to get a second opinion. For some of you guys, you were working with a doctor in the past and maybe you didn't like the way that they treated you, or they kind of just bypassed your suggestions. They didn't really listen to you. And so you're going to get a second opinion on something that was given to you and previously. So maybe they told you that you had an diagnosis, or you and your partner had a diagnosis of unexplained infertility, and you're like, no, I'm not taking that for an answer. I'm gonna get a second opinion. It could also be that, you know, maybe they told you you have PCOS, endometriosis, fibroids, or maybe they told you you didn't and you have this feeling that you do. Like, I feel like you're going to go ahead and get a second opinion from these from a different healthcare professional. Okay, and I just realized I skipped this deck, so let me go back and get a card from this deck as well to see what we have coming through for you as far as the second quarter. Okay, look at me trying to jump to the third quarter already. The second quarter, we have King of Cups. Look at that. Okay, so no matter what you were experiencing during the second quarter of the year, you are in this King of Cups energy. Okay, the King of Cups is someone who's like, yeah, I've been there, I've done that, I experienced that, I've been through the ups, I've been through the downs emotionally, right? I've been really, really sad, I've been really, really happy, or really excited, really optimistic, and I've been really, really like doubtful, but it doesn't matter because I'm me. Like, I am now at a state where I am in a balanced space. I'm neutral. Like, that's what I kind of feel like. I'm neutral. Like, I've been there, done that, and I've learned how to maintain both of those energies. I've learned how to balance them. And that's what I feel like the first quarter of the year is, you really like finding yourself again. You really falling in love with yourself again. You really like just embracing joy and happiness for what it is, doing what you want freely, eating what you want freely, just being yourself, like who you are as a goddess. And then the second quarter of the year is when you start getting into it. You and your partner are like, okay, let's do this. Okay, like let's dive in. Let's get serious about this, right? Let's weave. We've had fun. We went on a vacation. We did this. Maybe you went on a vacation January, February, and March. Okay, like you just been doing what you want to do. You may even taken like your savings fund that you have for your journey, and just been like, let's just spend it on us, right? Because why not? Like, money comes and money goes, right? It's meant to do that. It's a cycle, right? And what I'm seeing too with this 8-8 energy, you're understanding the energy of infinity. You're understanding of the returning energy, the energy of return. What you put out, you receive back. So you're deciding to focus more so on the things that you want, because you want to put out more energy about what I want versus what you don't want, so that you get what you want. You know what I mean? I hope you're following me. But I see here, you're getting into this energy where you're like, yes, I trust. Like, it is safe for me to trust. It says you have the ability to accomplish many things at once, and you are following your creative passions. And like I said, Eight of Pentacles was definitely giving that. It was definitely giving like, I'm being creative. Okay, like I am spending time and energy on what makes me, that helps me create. So if this is a business, it's your business. If this is your baby, this is your baby, right? Like, whatever you are in this creative mood for, you're spending time and energy on that because it makes you feel good. And once again, it says you have the ability to accomplish many things at once. Like I said, you're weaving these things in together. You're not just doing one or the other. Okay. Last message for second quarter. What else is happening here? I am seeing like some earth and water energy. We also have Scorpio energy. Oh, that is water. So we have Scorpio, Pisces, and more earth. Okay, so definitely earth and water here. So that can be your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. So water is Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Okay, I was hearing Aquarius too, which is not a water sign, but they are the water bearer. So I will say Aquarius as well. That can be your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign, as well as earth energy, which is Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Okay, let's see what we have here. This King of Cups is actually, I think the King of Cups is Scorpio, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Scorpio energy. So definitely could be Scorpio. We have Scorpio here twice. First quarter, second quarter. So sun, moon, rising, Venus sign, Scorpio. Scorpio season could also be big this year for 2026 for you. Okay, in your journey to baby. So second quarter, what are they being advised to do? Stay hydrated. Look at that. More water, you guys. Coconut water, lemon water, fruits and veggies with high hydration levels, watermelon, cucumber, etc., is what you're being called to physically implement during your second quarter of the year. Okay, make sure you are staying hydrated, staying lubricated. I'm hearing that's going to help so many more things flow in such an easy way for you, especially within the body. Remember, you are working this year. 2026 is a year of transformation for you guys. Okay, inside and out. Okay, you're going through an inner transformation and an external transformation. 100%. Okay. Let's see what else we have coming in. We're moving into the third quarter, guys. So exciting. So the third quarter of the year for you. What are we looking at, Spirit, for pile number 4? Third quarter of the year. What is that looking like for their fertility journey? What is the energy surrounding your fertility journey? Third quarter of the year. 10 of Wands. Ooh, okay, so we have some burdens here, and the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm hearing this is like the long stretch. Okay, this is the final. I'm hearing it's the final countdown. Okay, so definitely hearing you could be like in the very end of like this I don't know what happened here, because I feel like you're moving away from things that were really stressing you out, but this quarter kind of feels a little stressful, y'all. Okay, 10 of Wands. Overburdening yourself. So maybe you've fallen into some old habits of overburdening yourself, trying to get a lot of things done, which is why Spirit was saying, maybe in the previous quarter that, you have the ability to accomplish many things at once, but maybe you've added a little too much to your plate in the third quarter. Okay, so really take that into consideration. But I do see here there's an opportunity for conception for you guys. The third quarter is looking really promising with the Page of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is definitely an opportunity for conception, implantation. Think about the physical, the earthly energy, and the Page of Pentacles is like baby girl energy or childlike energy. Okay, so definitely seeing potential baby girl conception in the third quarter for some of you guys, or an opportunity to conceive. Some of you guys, I'm actually feeling this is more so like not more so, but also this also feels like you could have like embryo. I'm hearing embryo selection. You guys could be like having an opportunity to move forward with a baby girl embryo, okay, or something like that. Or you're choosing like which embryo you want to implant or you want to have in your IVF procedure or something like that. Okay, but I don't know. Let's see what's going on here. Are we healing this overburdening energy? Because with the Page of Pentacles, it's like this is like you're learning something new, right? Like you're being given an opportunity to learn how to do things differently, or to I don't know. It's like a fresh start, like a new beginning. And both of these energies are both like new, good news, fresh start, new beginning, new news. Okay, especially when it comes to like planting seeds and like starting things like what is it called, like I keep saying fresh start or new start, but that's what it is. Like that's what this feels like here to me. It's like you're planting a seed to do something new, especially with the 10 of Wands too. It's like that tiresome energy again. So be mindful of that in the third quarter. You may find yourself once again going back into old habits, and Spirit is giving you another opportunity to start fresh in the third quarter. It's like an opportunity that was missed comes back around, because obviously things that are for you can never miss you. Page of Pentacles energy, like, see, this is why I say this, because look at this. It's like the Page of Pentacles here. It's like in the background. And then this Ace of Pentacles is like, it's up front, right? So at first it's like it came by and maybe it was in the foreshadows, or is it foreshadows? Maybe they're in the shadows. Or maybe you foresaw it as well. You could have like had a feeling that it was coming, and then it shows up. You could have even thought like, oh my gosh, like I may be getting pregnant soon, and then it happens. But I feel like an opportunity that you didn't say yes to, that maybe you weren't open to at one point, comes back around. It comes back around. And this time it's closer to you, or this is like a better time frame, something like that. Okay, bottom of the deck, beneath that we also have the Star, which is also great healing. It also represents pregnancy after a difficult time. So definitely pregnancy vibes for the third quarter coming through heavy for you guys. Okay. Um, let's see. Could also be like an opportunity for healing, embracing healing, something that you weren't really fond of before, but now you're like, let me go ahead and do it. Let me try this out. Okay, being spontaneous. Yes, okay, you are definitely in that energy in the third quarter. You're being spontaneous. And this could be your partner. Wow. We have focus on male reproductive health. Your partner may have been carrying the load with the ten of wands in terms of like your partner could have been like overburdened, overstressed, okay? Um and now like he's focusing on his like journey, or he's focusing on his health. He's saying yes to something like that. But I also feel like with the 10, I say carrying the load, okay? And this is, I'm getting two messages, you guys. Just bear with me. The first one is you may have been like, the focus could have been all on you for your fertility journey, like thing, okay? You may have been carrying the load, doing a lot of the things by yourself, or maybe all the testing was for you, like all of that. In the third quarter, you guys decide to spontaneously test your partners, do like a semen analysis or like check your partner's hormones, and there's something that maybe needs that your partner starts taking a supplement or something like that. This could also be something you guys have discussed prior or was going to happen prior but didn't happen, and comes back around and you're like, okay, let's just do it, or he's like, let's just do it, let's get the test done. Okay. Could definitely be spontaneous baby dancing as well with the male reproductive system. But because I also say carrying the load, and I thought about the sperm. Okay, so I definitely feel like that could be the case as well. Getting pregnant spontaneously. Okay, we also have being open. Look at that, being open to new ideas. Ooh, I like it. Okay, and then pregnancy right beneath that. So the third quarter of the year is definitely looking positive for pregnancy for you guys, and I love that for you. Pile number 3. Okay, put in the comments, I claim my pregnancy in 2026. Okay, I claim my pregnancy in 2026. Let's see here. What do you guys have coming through as well? We have expansion and growth, okay, growing your family. But there may also be like other opportunities for expansion and growth in your world, in your physical world, your home, your finances. I'm feeling this is root chakra energy, your health, okay. Expansion and growth in health, of course, could be like literally your pregnant belly expanding, okay? Especially with pregnancy here. But I see that that is also something that is coming through for you. And then we have don't procrastinate testing. So I am really feeling like some of you guys here, like your partners you guys may have been procrastinating, or your partner was procrastinating. Look at that. Please listen to your body. This is for you and dad. Like you guys may have been procrastinating on something, or maybe you had, your partner had like a semen analysis done, but it was a very long time ago, and your baby and you guys have been talking about like, oh, maybe we should get this done again. That could be why. That could also be why I was seeing like coming back around. Remember, it was like, it looks like an opportunity that passed you by is coming back around. Maybe it didn't pass you by, but it's time to get retested. Okay, like that could be the case as well, where you're being asked to like be your partner is being asked to get his testing done again to see where you guys are, and that I feel like is going to give you certain answers, right, as to what supplements are needed, or what what has been working, the growth that has already occurred as well, right? And I feel like that's what's going to help you with pregnancy, because it's not just about the mama, it's about the papa too. It takes two to tango, and both partners' health is so important. Okay, so let's see what the last message is for the third quarter before we move into the fourth. Let's see, Spirit. We have multivitamin and prenatal. Okay, tell me this is not pregnancy, you guys. No, don't tell me that. It is pregnancy. Research the best daily vitamin for both you and your partner's body. Yeah, and that's what I was saying too. Like through the testing, like this could be the testing for your partner. You guys may be like, oh yeah, remember we were looking at this certain vitamin? Like, let's get it because that helps with da-da-da-da, right? Whatever it is. Also, with you, okay? It could be don't procrastinate testing because maybe you're nervous case you're like, I don't know if I'm pregnant. I don't know. I'm kind of having symptoms, but I'm not really sure. You may not be having like heavy symptoms. And Spirit's like, don't procrastinate testing. Okay, get that test done. Go to the doctor, get the blood work done, and make sure that your levels are rising properly, etc., etc. Okay. But water is really important in your second quarter of the year. Make sure. I feel like some of you guys may be doing like a water fast, or you may be like just drinking more water. Heavy water energy is what I feel here. Okay. Eating foods that have high water content, like that is like your focus for the second quarter. I'm even seeing being around water. You could be doing a water ritual. Like I'm seeing someone jogging by the beach, like on the road area. Like there's just like a lot of water energy, okay, that's present here in your second quarter. So the fourth quarter, you guys, some of you guys will be pregnant. Oh, why am I using this deck? Let me get the other deck. I'm skipping decks here. The fourth quarter, some of you guys will already be pregnant, so congratulations. But some of you guys may still be on your journey to baby. So let's see what's going on here. The fourth quarter, Spirit, what is happening in the fourth quarter for pile number 4? Okay, we have the devil. Okay, devil energy, bottom of the deck, the lovers. Whenever these two cards come out together, it always puzzles me because it's literally like the same characters, right? We literally have the same people here. We have the couple and then we have the couple. They're just in two different energies. We literally have like the devil and the angel here, okay? And this is representing like a major decision that is needing to be had, or needing to be made. And it's something that I feel like it's kind of like the devil and the angel energy. Like, you know, I have a devil on one shoulder, I have an angel on the other. And it's like you have two different things that are being like whispered in your ears that are like of different energies, right? And you're trying to like figure out like which one is the best one for you. So I feel like, you know, you're being called to, or this is something that'll be happening in the fourth quarter with the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You're underneath the lovers. I feel like you're being called to make slow decisions, not fast ones, because if you make a fast decision, it could be based off of fear. It may be based off of lack. And I feel like whatever the decision is here between you and your partner, it is definitely one that needs to be made together, but it's definitely something that and this is giving me some message too, just putting this card right here. It's definitely something that I feel like needs a balanced energy. We have the devil card and we have the lovers card here. And then when I put the Knight of Pentacles right here in the center, it actually, what is it called? It actually like showed like one like devil energy and one lover's energy. So this is why I feel like both energies are needed. We need someone who's going to be like the devil's advocate, but we also need someone who's going to be the angel's advocate. We need someone who's going to be not necessarily thinking from lack or like lower vibrational energy, but we need that yin and yang. We need that balance. We need the shadow and we need the light. And so I feel like Spirit is saying, like, when you make this decision here about your journey to baby, like, don't ignore the shadow, because the shadow can seem scary, but it is also very valuable information, is what I'm hearing. And the light can seem bright and magnetizing, but sometimes it can also seem too good to be true. So I'm hearing like, look into both energies, be mindful of both energies, be open to both energies. Because that is something that is also very important for you moving forward. We even have the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. So I feel like, you know, whatever decision that you make, I'm hearing like your emotions are playing a really big role in this, and your emotions can break. Oh my gosh, the black and white energy. Like I said, the Sphinx are black and white, literally representing that yin and yang energy. Whatever decision that you make, like your emotions are maybe highly involved in this decision, okay? And so it can literally make or break you, if you will. And it may be surrounding like creating a new strategy, especially if you're trying to conceive still. It may be something about like something sneaks up on you, something that you had no idea about. This can be in pregnancy or in your fertility journey. And when it sneaks up on you, okay, maybe it's brought to your attention by your doctor or by a test or by your partner or by yourself. And when it comes to you, like, I feel like there's going to be a very emotional decision that needs to be made. Okay, it's a major decision, and it's one that's really emotional, and it's one that if you give it the time and energy and attention of lack, it will feel like it's a lack-based decision. If you give it the time and energy and attention of abundance, it will feel like an abundant decision. Okay, so it really is up to you, those can kind of be like the hardest decisions because it's up to you, right? And because it's based off of your emotions. But I'm hearing take some time, you know, don't rush and make a decision for sure. Let's see, what do we have here, Spirit? What else for pile number 4 in the fourth quarter? What is the energy surrounding their journey to baby in 2026? The Nine of Wands. I'm like, is this Pentacles or Wands? It's Wands. Okay, Nine of Gabriel is Wands, which I love that Archangel Gabriel is here with you, because I think this might be the first time he came out in this reading, and like this entire reading. I think you guys are the only pile that had him, if I'm not mistaken. But it says, stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. So I feel like you're being called to advocate for yourself with the Nine of Wands. Continue to pursue your dream, or continue to pursue your desire, whatever this may be for you. I'm hearing like, don't give up, don't give in, don't give up and don't give in. Like it says here, stay determined and move forward. But also be prepared for any possibility, because it could go left, it could go right, right? It could go yin or it could go yang. High Priestess energy says powerful psychic insights, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. And it's so crazy because there was something that I said, and it made me think that you guys are going to be getting a reading during this time, during your fourth quarter of the year, surrounding your journey to baby, or you're going to be working with a spiritual counselor, spiritual advisor, who is going to be able to help support you through your journey to baby in some way. It could be me, it could be someone else, right? But I definitely feel like, you're going to be looking to spiritual advising, or advisement, okay, during this fourth quarter, whether it's through yourself, like it says here, reflection and meditation, okay, that provides valuable information. And that's what Spirit was saying, don't ignore the shadow, because it has a lot of information, right? I think valuable information is exactly what came through. And then we also have powerful psychic insight. So usually the High Priestess is from within, like you are being given the golden pass to go behind the veil. Okay, like you have the pass, like you have the ultimate hall pass to go behind the veil, get the answers, right? Usually it's from your higher self, or it's a version of your higher self that already has seen what's been going on and knows what's happening and what is going to happen, and gives you the blueprint. So you're going to be receiving the blueprint from someone or from within during your fourth quarter as well. So Spirit doesn't want you to be fearful. Spirit is asking you to just be open to the guidance, because you can definitely shut it down. Like I said, if you think it's bad, it's bad. If you think it's good, it's good. And that goes along with the guidance that you're receiving as well. If you think it's bad, it's bad. If you think it's good, it is good. Did I use, oh no, I didn't do, I'm doing these cards all over the place today for you guys. I'm like, I think I skipped a deck. I did. So let's see what we have here. Hopefully I did it in this one. I did. Okay. Let's see what we have here for you guys as well. Coming to an agreement. So don't worry, you guys are going to be able to come to an agreement. We also have focusing on nutrition. So during the fourth quarter, you may actually be focusing on your nutrition, okay, or what is actually fueling you. And then we have fertility treatment for some. So some of you guys may actually be working with a doctor or doing a fertility treatment of some sort in the fourth quarter. You may be making that decision. That could be the decision that you're making. Or you could start saving. With the Knight of Pentacles, it could be that you are starting to save for a potential fertility treatment, okay, and you're feeling some type of way about it because you thought you'd be pregnant by the end of the year, or you know, really hoping that this is something that you didn't have to experience, okay. But I do see that whatever this decision that is needing to be made, like you guys are definitely making it. It could also have something to do with the female reproductive system, or you guys are taking a new direction or having a new focus. So if you didn't change your focus in the third quarter to the male reproductive system, you may be changing it during the fourth quarter. Or if you did in the third quarter, you may be going back to the female reproductive system, or female reproductive health, and focusing on mama, okay. But I also see bottom of the deck, you're being asked to keep your faith. But I also feel like this is something that you're just naturally doing, or it's something that's happening. Okay. So even though you may be going through these ups and downs, or there may be like this uncertainty surrounding your journey to baby in the fourth quarter, you are still holding on to your faith. You're still keeping your faith. Okay. So Spirit does want you to know that. So if you are concerned about that, how will I be mentally or emotionally, or spiritually? Spirit is letting you know that you are still holding on to faith. Okay. We have healing oil. So during the fourth quarter, you're also being asked to work with oils. I'm seeing someone with a castor oil pack on their lower abdomen. So you may be doing castor oil packs as well. That may be very healing. You may be trying to get more healthy fats in with avocado oil, coconut oil, essential oils, maybe for relaxation. Okay. Or they may be like certain oils that you're putting on your skin for healing as well. But I do see that you're going through a phase of healing in the fourth quarter of the year too. Okay. So that is what I have for you guys for my pile number 4, we're now going to look at and end your reading with some timing, and this timing is going to represent the higher chances for conception months, or the months of the 2026 that will be the most fertile for your pile. So let's see what we have here for pile number 4. All of these, yeah, I heard take all 3. So we have Leo season, which is July, August. Okay. We have April, which is the beginning of the second quarter. July, August is the third quarter. We have May, which is also the second quarter. Okay, there's going to be like a baby boom, you guys. Second, third quarter. Wow. June is also the second quarter. And let's get one more, Spirit. One more. September. Okay, so this is the fourth quarter. No. This is the third quarter, into the third quarter. Okay, into the third quarter, bottom of the deck is November, so going into the fourth quarter could potentially be, but this is more so like the second and third quarter for you guys. So if you were also attracted to pile number 3, there could be some messages in there for you as well. If you have made it to the end, thank you so much. Okay, I'm sending you so much love, light, and of course, baby dust. And don't forget to write down in the comments that you claim this beautiful pregnancy in 2026. Say, I claim my beautiful pregnancy for the year 2026, okay? Claim it as yours, because I do see a pregnancy happening for some of you guys during the third quarter. You're finding out you're pregnant in, this is the, what months are those? Those are July, August, September, okay? So we have September here, and then we also have July, August. So we have all 3 months. So I see some of you guys conceiving during the second quarter, finding out in the third quarter, and vice versa. Or not vice versa, but third quarter, finding out in the third quarter. Okay, so yeah, that's what I am seeing, goddess. And if you're attracted to any other pile, definitely check it out. All the timestamps are down below, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye.